welcome back, folks. Welcome back. What a shaky start. Come on. Why is it doing me like that right now? But welcome back, people, to another live show, to another live stream. Today it's a preview show. Inter Miami versus Cavaliers FC. Big up yourself, everybody who has joined the chat. It's gonna be a massive one. It's a massive one for Jamaican football. This game has a lot of implications. As soon as you enter the chat, remember to hit the like button. That's very important as it helps with the visibility of the video. Hasn't been around for a while, but you know how it is doing other things. Cavaliers versus Inter Miami. All the stars will be on display. Lionel Messi, big up yourself, Johnny Powell, Lionel Messi, um, Luis Suarez, basket. All the big guns will be out, but there is so much to dive into today. And I'm sure Rudolph Speed and the local contingent must be chipping away and must be very excited about this encounter as this could potentially put the Cavaliers team on the map. What do you guys think? This could put Cavaliers on the map. Imagine Cavaliers coming up with a massive upset in the United States, beating the likes of Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi on their home turf. That would put a lot of respect on local football for the Jamaican team. However, it's going to be an uphill battle. It's going to be a tough one for the Jamaican. I keep being tempted to say the Jamaican Reggae Boyz, but not the Jamaican Reggae Boyz. The local contingent from Cavaliers FC. This is going to be a tough one because I'm sure there are a few things that Rudolph Speed would be thinking about going into this game. One is to not have a massive scoreline away to Inter Miami so that Lionel Messi potentially don't go to Jamaica and don't play in that second leg. Also, I hope Rudolph Speed is in communication with the authorities that's in charge for Inter Miami and the organization to let them know the implications of Lionel Messi coming to Jamaica or Lionel Messi not coming to Jamaica. Because remember now, a lot of fans would have bought their tickets anticipating Lionel Messi, big up yourself, Chelsea boss. Lionel Messi gracing the island with his presence. It's been decades, it's been a while since a football player of Lionel Messi's caliber has played any football in Jamaica. Historically, Jamaica has had a lot of stars back in the days going to Jamaica to play in all-star games. However, it hasn't been like that recently due to Jamaica, the national team, not really pulling off the job or really getting the job done and basically attracting that crowd. What are some of the things we're going to dive into? Some of the things that we think Inter Miami might bring to the table as well. We're going to talk about some of the things that the Cavaliers team would need to do to potentially get a result. The like of Irwin, the likes of Richard King, a busy Atkinson, Calvin, all these players, Ainsworth. I'm really rooting for these players as this is a showcase. This, I think the Cavaliers team, big up yourself, Jerome 876. I think the Cavaliers team has already won. Basically, getting this matchup right here, the Cavaliers team would have already done themselves a lot of justice by basically getting to play against a Lionel Messi, one of the top footballers in the world. It's been a while since Jamaica or any team out of Jamaica has had this kind of setup where they get a chance now to basically take down a giant in the football sphere in Lionel Messi and the Inter Miami team. However, it's going to be a tough task. It's going to be an uphill battle for this Jamaican Cavaliers team. I sent big up myself ID football. I did leave a message today for Mr. Rudolph Speed, and I stated to him that something that he needs to potentially remind his players going into this game is do not give away the football if you don't have to. That's something I see with the Cavaliers team because they're a very aggressive team and there are many things they could do right in this game to potentially get a result against this team. I think Cavaliers can get a result in this team, in this game. I know a lot of people might be thinking, JT, are you going mad? This is far fetched. But for me, this is not far fetched as it's a game of football and it's a game of two halves. And if the Cavaliers team go out there and basically apply themselves, it's a good opportunity for them to potentially get the job done. However, I have to state again, this is going to be a massive uphill battle for this Cavaliers team as they haven't had any kind of competition of this nature. I cannot remember the Cavaliers team playing anybody that's been this good of a team to where you have the likes of Lionel Messi and these other big guns coming up in this game. No, watching the Cavaliers in their last two games in the Caribbean Cup Championship, I thought there was some good things I saw from this Cavaliers team in the way they attacked. They look fairly aggressive, but that aggression needs to be tamed in this game because I did look at certain statistics and it seems like Cavaliers tend to turn over the football a lot. They tend to turn over the football a lot. And in a game like this, playing the likes of Lionel Messi, I don't think Cavaliers can afford to have a lot of turnovers in this game. People, big up yourself, Jeremiah. Remember to hit the like button on the video. It's very important. We're breaking down the game today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you're just joining the channel, welcome to Sports Blem. We are breaking down this game today, and we're also going to let the fans have their say. Some people today told me that, JT, it's not possible. It's impossible. But let's remember a team like Plymouth Argyle beat a Liverpool team this season in England, and Liverpool is considered to be one of the best club teams in football. So you can never count out your opponent. Hence, I do think Cavaliers have a chance in this game. Rule number one, Cavaliers has to be compact. They have to be very compact. They are a very good transition team. Big up yourself, Issa Allen. Cavaliers is a very good transition team, but Cavaliers cannot afford to go into this game wanting to play expansive football. Cavaliers has to approach this game with caution. However, I'm not the one who thinks that Cavaliers should enter this game trying to get a draw. Whenever you enter football games trying to get a draw, you will potentially lose. We saw what happened to the under 17 Reggae Boyz in their quest for the World Cup, where they went into that game against El Salvador wanting to draw the game from the 10th minute, and they had a whole another 90 minutes to play or 80 something minutes to play, and that was detrimental to their journey. We saw them basically dropping out of that competition. I'm not the type to go into games wanting to get a result which is just a draw, but a draw in this scenario for this Cavaliers team is a win. If Cavaliers pull off a draw in this game, this is basically a win for Cavaliers. However, they will have to go back to Jamaica and basically handle business, but there they will have a contradictory home crowd who is potentially there to see Lionel Messi more than they're there to support the Cavaliers team. But if the Jamaican fans see that Cavaliers is up for the task, I will guarantee you that the Jamaican fans will get behind this Cavaliers team. I'm behind this Cavaliers team, always rooting for these young individuals. Ainsworth, Richard King. This is a game for Richard King to stamp his class. I think this is potentially Richard King's last season in the JPL. If it's not his last season, it should be his last season in the JPL. Richard King is a class player, a potential starting center back for the Jamaican Reggae Boyz in their upcoming encounter versus St. Vincent. So Richard King would want to have a good outing in this one. People, remember to hit the like button as soon as you join the show. We haven't been live for a while, so it will take a bit to get the bearings rolling. But we just started the show, and at some point in the show, we will make sure the fans have their say. Richard King is a player that I'm looking for. And even though this is a massive game for Cavaliers, as I said, I think this Cavaliers team has already won by getting this matchup against a top class CONCACAF team in Inter Miami. However, the Cavaliers team, they players need to also think about their individual career. That's very selfish of me to say, but you're now on the world stage. This is a showcase. Lionel Messi on show. A lot of these players won't ever get another chance in their footballing career to play against a player like Lionel Messi. But you also want to control your adrenaline. You don't want the moment to get the best of you going into this game. Cavaliers players, I'm speaking to you now. You would want to make sure you do some kind of meditation before this game. This game is all about controlling your emotions going in this game. This game is about controlling your emotions. Players don't want to get into this game and get carried away thinking, okay, I'm playing against Lionel Messi. What am I going to do now? I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do that. If you do that, I think you're setting up yourself to fail. So I hope the Cavaliers players basically just try to settle down going into this game. Just focus. You don't want to go into this game thinking that you need to do too much. You don't want to think you need to do too much in this game. I know it's a massive football game, but it's not life and death. However, it is life and death, because if Cavaliers pull off this victory, I think this is massive for the club. And not only the club, this would be massive for Jamaican football on a whole, as Jamaican football needs some kind of energy. They need to be revived. And I think Lionel Messi going down there to Jamaica will definitely bring something different to the island, maybe just re-energizing the fan, sparking that interest again in football in Jamaica, as a lot of people would say football has been on the lower end in Jamaica recently. So I'm looking forward to this encounter on Thursday, 8 p.m. That is going to be a massive game, a massive kickoff. Players like Busy Atkinson, I think those players would want to basically make a name for themselves. A player like Ainsworth, I'm gonna be looking at that player, as I do think that player is due for a national call up in the next window for Jamaica, as there's no Amari Bell and Jamaica is just sitting with the lone man Greg Lee at the left back position. So I think Ainsworth would want to basically stamp his class on this game. However, he doesn't. This is not the game where he wants to play as a winger, like a winger, when he's playing in the wing back position. This is the name of the game. Compact, compact, compact. Cavaliers has to be very compact at the back. They have to be very compact at the back. And another thing, Cavaliers cannot have silly turnovers. Cavaliers cannot just turn over the ball if they're running out of idea. If Inter Miami doesn't have the football, they cannot beat you. Cavaliers will also need to take advantage of their set pieces. They have to take advantage of their corners, their free kicks, all their set pieces, because a game like this, the margin of error is very slim. The margin of error in this game is very slim. So Cavaliers, they would want to take the opportunity to get that one goal, maybe go ahead and potentially I don't want to say park the bus, but park the trailer. Do something. But Cavaliers would potentially, if you don't get to go ahead in this game, you don't want to lose maximum. Cavaliers don't want to lose this game more than 2 goals. I think 2 goals is the maximum that Cavaliers would want to lose this game if they do lose this game. Because if it happens where a Suarez ending up scoring a hat trick or Inter Miami scores 5 goals, Lionel Messi might still go to Jamaica, but Lionel Messi potentially will be on the bench when he's in Jamaica, as there's no need for him to be on the park. And it might just be a showpiece where he donned the colors or just basically graced the pitch with another like 20 minutes left on the park. And the fans will be called. This game has, or this leg has, I would say both legs have massive implication, but Jamaica would want to bring this one back home. Colin Quest, big up yourself. Sherman Scott Float Management, big up yourself. So that's the name of the game. That put Cavaliers in a predicament. However, that puts Cavaliers in a predicament. This game is more mental than, this game is more psychological than a physical game. Rudolph Speed would want to basically motivate his players enough to understand that they deserve to be there. They deserve to be there by winning the Jamaican Premier League and beating their opponents in the early stages of the Caribbean Championship. So they need to know that they belong. You don't want to feel like you're in this game and it happened by chance. No, I think Cavaliers has been playing some pretty solid football over the past few seasons. We saw them in the finals against a Mount Pleasant where they lost, and then they came back last season and won the JPL, and now they are progressing in the marquee competition in CONCACAF and the Caribbean. Now is the time. Cavaliers would want to bring this one back home. A draw for the Cavaliers team would potentially be a win in this case. But Rudolph Speed, I'm sure he wouldn't want to go into this game telling his players that they're there to get a draw. Remember to hit the like button on the video, people. It's very important for the visibility for YouTube to push out the live stream. Very important, Sherman Scott. Make sure you guys hit the like button. We have about 40 people watching at the moment. We haven't streamed in a while, and that always happens. But remember to hit the like button, as it's very important for the visibility of the video. Yes, remember to hit the like button and share the video. Share the live with your community on Facebook. Share the live with your community on Instagram, on WhatsApp, whatever social media you are a user of. Remember to do so. Yes, so Cavaliers, I expect them to set up in this game, as I said, very compact. They want to approach this game. You also don't want to approach this game in the typical Jamaican way, where it's a wait and see. When Jamaican teams go up against quality opponents, they tend to be in that wait and see mode. What are they going to do to us? Are they going to attack us? Are we going to get lucky? No. Rudolph Speed, I saw photos of him potentially working on his A license, and I'm sure he would want to showcase some of whatever he has learned during that course and applied to this team. Where else is better for him to make a name for himself, to stake a claim? If Rudolph Speed wins this game or beat Inter Miami in these 2 legs, I'm sure there are going to be people in Jamaica, potentially, if the Jamaican Reggae Boyz starts to struggle, people are going to start to call for Rudolph Speed to coach the national team. If um, he wins these two games. However, that will be a massive challenge as he would have to then basically I would say no, he would basically have to relinquish his duties at Cavaliers and in the Jamaica Football Federation. And is it worth it? That's up for Rudolph Speed. However, he has to handle business this time around and basically take care. I would want to basically give let me see if I could get Issa Allen. Maybe I could get Issa Allen on the phone. Issa Allen, he's over there in the United States. I'm not sure if he's in Florida, but I'm sure there will be a lot of Jamaicans as well in Florida going out there to support the Jamaican Reggae Boyz. As I said, I do think that Jamaica, the Cavaliers could win this game. I think Cavaliers could win this game, but that might sound crazy. Issa Allen, what says you? You're on the ground over there in the United States. Cavaliers versus Inter Miami. How do you see this one playing out?
Hey, good evening to your listeners and viewers wherever they are. And good night, depending on the time zone. Cavalier versus Inter Miami. To us, an underdog story, it's normally, looking for the underdog to cause an upset. But I know that, the squad has some fairly talented players at the Cavalier team. And it's going to be, like for some of them, a dream come true. They're going to be playing against players that they have watched their whole entire life. The likes of Lionel Messi, Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, Suarez, just to name a few. And I hope they don't get starstruck because you can imagine you playing football in Jamaica and you get to play against Messi for your club team. That's like next level. Some of them might feel that they have achieved their dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you start to play football, that's the heights that you want to go.
Yeah.
Playing against these types of players. So first, I just hope they won't be starstruck. They're professionals, and they should go out there knowing that they represent their badge, the Cavalier badge, and also the country. So don't be starstruck. And I'm just hoping that they can go out there and carry out whatever instructions the coach tries to give to them. I'm caught in two minds right now because I'm thinking, I was thinking that they should be kind of, going on the front foot, but I'm looking at these players. They have played at the highest level, and we have seen countless amount of teams try to press these guys on the front foot, and they destroy them. They find every space they can to pass them around and come out at every press they can think of. So I'm saying I wanted them to do that because
how would you set up if you are Rudolph Speed? Put yourself in Rudolph Speed's shoes in this situation. How would you set up in this case?
I know, I swear to God, as God there, whichever part in there, I was sitting here thinking, I would set up the team. And as I'm telling them, I'm caught in two minds because I don't want them to sit back and just allow these guys to pass.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they can do that all day until they decide they want to score. But I just feel they have to be very, very stubborn defensively. Watch your runners because we know that the wing backs, the Jordi Albas, these guys love to run forward. They have to, watch the runners because
one thing I think Cavaliers has going for them, Issa Allen, is they look very fit and lively in their previous Caribbean Cup game. Fitness wasn't an issue with this Cavaliers team.
Right. And they have runners.
They have runners.
The ball goes up to Stein and Tomorrow Calvin. These guys can run. Busy Atkinson can run. And there's a reason why they call him Busy. Because he moves a lot. So they have guys with energy, JT, that if they want to put in a shift, they can put in a shift. My worry is when they have the ball, what they are going to do with it. Because I know they can set up and be stubborn, but when they have the ball, what are they going to do with it? That's where I'm kind of, don't know what to expect.
Yeah. That's what I said. I sent a message today to Rudolph Speed, and I said to him, please ask your players not if they don't know what to do with the football, retention. Keep the football. Don't because Cavaliers can tend to be a bit aggressive and want to move the ball forward very quickly. And that what that does is it opens a lot of space for the Inter Miami team. They want to move forward as a unit or hit hit Inter Miami with that transition play, as you said, using and utilizing the speed.
Well, the transition game to me is what they would have to play.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because I think the defenders that Inter Miami have are not the fastest. They're technical, they're strong, but they're not the fastest.
Mhm.
So when they have the ball in terms of transitioning, they have to know, they should have a plan and know who they will be attacking, which side of the field, that sort of stuff. To just don't have them being caught in two minds and to be thinking too much. They should already know a lot of the stuff that they want to do when they get the ball. You understand?
Yeah.
I know they will be defending for large periods of the game, but when they get the ball, they should. And that's always a problem
With all teams coming out of Jamaica.
yeah, they just yes, they can be stubborn, but when we get the ball, we lack
Yes.
identity and don't know what. So I'm hoping Rudolph Speed has a plan when he gets the ball, what to do, because this game for them has to be in transition. You understand? And we don't want to give up any early goals. So if you want to say, try to hold it out as long as possible, and then you gradually get into the game.
Yes, yes, I agree with that. And as I said, this game is very tricky. Is as far as the approach is concerned, because Jamaica would want to keep the score line at a modest level to basically have some skin in the game for that second leg going back to Jamaica.
Well, that's what the whole Jamaica hope for right now.
Mhm. Yeah, because that would be disappointed for everyone who bought a ticket and then reports coming out that Lionel Messi is not coming to Jamaica.
Well, I'm just hoping that they can hold out, JT. Man. I hope that them can hold out for as long as possible, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. You know what I mean? And I like the front four of Cavalier,
Yeah, I
because
do.
they are very tenacious, and I mean they can ruffle any one of these guys' feathers, But I'm just worried from the midfield back. What are they going to do in possession? You
Who
understand?
is gonna be marking Lionel Messi for the for Cavaliers?
One Richard Kingman.
No, but that's your center back. I don't think you want your center back marking
Yeah.
Lionel Messi.
Well,
Who is
hey,
that
I
filter?
was
Who is
even
that
thinking of
filter? Who is that
I was
filter?
even I was even thinking of man marking Messi in this game. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking of.
so my approach in this game, I would have a filter, basically a player who tracks his duty is to track Lionel Messi whenever Inter Miami has the ball. You have one job, track Messi, because Messi is not the most speedy player. He's very shifty, but I think Jamaican players will have to be very careful with the foul situation, because the way how Lionel Messi plays his football, he can get you to commit to tackles where you think the football is there, and before you know it, it's not.
Boy, trust me. And Mr. Speed said this himself in the JT, that they might look slow when they're building up, but he said once they get in that final third, he said
Yes.
Inter Miami are just stiff and clinical.
Yeah. And they got goal scorers.
And that is the next thing too. Them guys are clinical when they come in and around the box.
Yeah, they got goal scorers. People, remember to hit the like button on the video, as it's very important. Um, we saw the reports coming out with about the National Stadium. We're back here again talking about the National Stadium. Um, this should be the last year in Jamaica where our marquee sporting facility is used for entertainment.
I don't think that's going to happen, JT. I don't think that's going to happen. We would hope it would be the last, the last time around, But I mean, it's going to be a place wherever. Even there's a show coming up with there's a show coming up that I think is listed for the National Stadium. I think with popcorn.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Is it before the game?
no. It's not before the game, man.
Because Jamaicans, we tend to have these kind of shows 3 days before the game, and then we try if we fix the pitch.
But I don't think that will be happening. But yeah, it should be that. It should be that way, but I don't think that will be happening.
Give me your prediction on this game so we can move this along very quickly. Give me your predictions on this one.
A 3-0 for Inter Miami.
Inter Miami 3. First leg, 3, right?
Yeah, first leg.
3, and second leg. Because I wanted to keep this in mind for the second leg. We saw even a good United States team struggle in the National Stadium due to the heaviness of that surface. That surface will get you bogged down. The ball doesn't move at the same pace. And I think that can be a tricky kind of situation for the Inter Miami team when they go back to Jamaica to play. That's why this first leg is so important to keep the scoreline modest.
Well, I'm hoping if they keep it, like a 3-0, then when they come home, it can be a 2-1, a 3-1, because of the surface. But I mean, it's going to sound funny saying this, but I was going to say because of the surface and them not used to it. But it always seems people who come here play better on the surface than us.
Yes, but I think it's a bit different for this Cavaliers team, though. I think these guys will be up for it as they would want to make their stake their claim on this game. And if they end up losing this first leg very badly, I expect them to come out all guns blazing because they'll have nothing to lose in Jamaica.
Nothing to lose. That's right. And quickly on the stadium, have you seen the footage?
Of the recent footage it looks much better.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder what them do to it overnight.
You have some magician down there,
I wonder what one because me as the national field that what me did see. I wonder how the grass grows so green so quick.
Yeah. But
you understand?
Yeah. So you expect Inter Miami to win this at least 5 on aggregate for both games?
Well, 5-1. 5-1 to Inter Miami.
And if it gets crazy, this could even be 10.
I notice I'm just being kind of modest
on the cautious side because Suarez could pull off a hat trick. Remember, Suarez has those kind of runs that's just menacing. The way he just drags defenders out of their comfort zone and basically running behind them, and he shows up where the ball needs to be in the back of the net. He tends to
not
show
only
up.
that, you have people like Messi and Busquets on the ball that once you run, they're gonna put it on your shoes list.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And that is the thing. That's why I know Mr. Speedo's watching them because he says during like build up, when they're in probably their third and coming into the middle third, they're probably so slow. But once they get in that final third, and that's true, it's like they flick a switch and everything just happens so fast. By the time you blink, ball in the net, you don't.
So that's where Mr. Speed has to come up with a strategy where
I'm figuring that he is doing that. That's what I'm figuring.
Yeah. If they're slow in the in that build up, you want to press them then in that middle third and not just have them passing it around and you sitting back because then
now you get what I was thinking because if you allow them to do that. Where they're dangerous is in the final third.
Yeah.
They just take them time, come up and just flick a switch in at the final third. You want them where they least expect you to give them problems. So you go ahead.
And you want that final third to be much higher up the park because Jamaica does have the speed to track back. And I wouldn't worry too much about that ball over the top. I'm more worried about that true pass from a Messi coming out of the midfield.
Once them guys they get like on the top of your box, that's where you should be worried. But further up the pitch, I think probably that I'm thinking about it, devise a plan that you engage with them.
Engage. Don't want to back off. And another thing in this game, As I said, I'm expecting Richard King need to stamp his class. However, Richard King cannot be so wasteful. He goes long a lot, Issa Allen, with the football.
Right.
Richard King, he
What
tends to go
I
long
want
a
to
lot. It
see him
works.
tonight,
He pulls it
what I
off.
want to see from him, what
Mhm.
I want to see from him, is organization. This is where no you earn your stripe as a good central defender who can command his team. You're the captain who can organize, who make sure the ship is running right. People are tracking their runners. People are in their right places. People are doing what they're supposed to do on the pitch. How can you organize your group defensively? That's what I want to see for him. He can get a stripe Thursday night on how well he organized his team, his troops out there on the pitch.
Yes, and he's the senior man there. He is a national player, so he needs to show that leadership. And as I also touch a little bit on this, is where I think players need to be a bit individualistic in this game, as your potential club football future is on the line here.
Right, and that's where I'm looking for like players like a Busy Atkinson to bring one of his best performance. Show us why you wear the number 10. Show us why they call you Busy. Show us that you are the player that just got called up but you didn't play because you were injured. Show us
Yes.
Thursday night why we should believe in you as the number 10 playing for Jamaica. Show us. You understand
Yeah.
players like him? I know Calvin, I know Stein. These guys are very,
But
very tenacious. Show
Irvin,
us
the Trinidadian,
Irvin. Yep, yep.
he's a wassy little player there.
And even the younger guys, the 20-year-olds. I mean, yes, you're getting trials. Show us why people should want you. You're on one of the biggest stages. This game is going to be highlighted on ESPN, Fox, all those networks that
Yeah.
you can think of when they're going to be breaking down games and talking about games. Let people see, this is the stage, and I'm hoping those names that are called, they can, somehow step up and show your talent.
Yeah.
Why clubs should believe that, they stand a chance with having you on their team.
Yes, I think this might be one of the biggest stage. This might be one of the biggest stages for that some of these players will be playing their football. So they have to really go out there and leave it all on the pitch. Leave it all on the pitch. I think this is the game where Cavaliers need to take that Brighton approach. Keep Inter Miami high up the park, because Lionel Messi, I know he can make the passes, but he's not the kind of player who passes the ball over the top. He likes
Right.
to he likes to
Through
roll
the
those.
lines.
Yeah, he likes to
Through the
through the
lines.
line, split the defenders with the ball.
And that's why I said it's important for organization of the defense line, tracking your runners, all these things. These when you go to high level games in a high level football, this is what you do week in, week out. And let's see if you can do that over 2 games. Because if you want to go to the highest level, these things that you're going to be doing on these 2 nights are what you're expected to be doing week in, week
Week
out.
out. Yeah,
It's not like
yes.
the JPL where it's kind of
Where you
slow.
can take breaks.
Not a lot of
Another
quality
thing
too.
is there's a report that came out from one of those coaches this week that he thinks that the MLS makes players lazy. I did
Yeah,
drop it in the
Marcelo
group.
Bielsa.
Bielsa.
Marcelo Bielsa said that, and he was telling one of his forwards from Uruguay to try to get a move away from the MLS.
MLS. He thinks that the MLS makes players lazy, and this is something that I spoke about a while back, Issa Allen. That the game tends to just it's a bit lazy, and maybe it's because we're addicted to the high intensity game in the EPL and the La Ligas and the Serie A, where the game is a bit more intense. But the
But
game looks
JT,
much slower in the MLS.
it should tell you when you have players who were playing at Barcelona, Inter Milan, Chelsea, all the top clubs in Europe, they go over to the MLS. Why you think that is? Why you think
It's when they're slowing down.
at 36, 37? Why you think that is?
It's because they know it's a slower league.
Yeah, it's not gonna require as much. They're still talented enough to dominate. You understand? So that alone should tell you the standard of the league. You know what I mean?
Yes. And another thing is that I thought about this game because I really thought about it today. And I think that this game is going to be more psychological when it comes on for the Jamaican players because they're in a dilemma where it's, am I supposed to be here? I'm playing against one of the best players in the world who just won the World Cup. Um,
Remember, that's the first thing I said when I came on the
mhm,
phone. I hope that these players are not starstruck. They're going to be playing against players that when they start their football journey, these were the players that they were idolizing.
mhm.
You know, some of the players are nicknamed after these players that they're playing against. You
Yeah,
understand what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So I hope they're not starstruck, and that's what I said. I hope they can go in the game knowing that this is a platform that you have waited all your years for. What you come on this platform to do?
Yeah.
You waited. You've been playing football for an opportunity like this. You can imagine you're playing a club football game in Jamaica and you get to play against Messi, Suarez, people that you idolize. When you were growing up, as Suarez, them call you. When you were growing
Yeah,
up, as
yeah,
Messi,
yeah.
them call you. Them
This is
call you
it.
Busquets. This is the platform. You get to rub shoulders with these players. Show us why you are here.
Yes,
You
yes.
understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Show us why you are here.
Show us why you deserve to hear. Issa, that was Issa Allen, people. Thank you very
Yeah,
much for
man.
joining.
Bless up,
Issa.
bless up,
Yeah,
bless up.
man. Yeah, people, feel free to call in. The number is pinned in the comment section if you want to give me your take on the game. Do you think Cavaliers could win this game? I think Cavaliers could potentially clip this game 2-1 or win this game with a 1-0 off a set piece, or one of those fast players from the Cavaliers team might just break and score, because sometimes I spoke a bit about the MLS being Bielsa saying that the MLS makes players lazy. When I watch the MLS, defenders sometimes tends to lax a bit, where they just basically just lose focus a bit and just fall off a bit off their game. And this is where I think Rudolph Speed needs to take advantage of this and focus on how he wants to punish this Inter Miami team. But as I said, if Cavaliers sits back on the edge of their 18 and thinks that they could stop this Inter Miami team, the score line will be 5. Cavaliers will concede 5 goals if they sit back on the edge of their 18, because this is where Messi makes his money. This is where he makes those quick little combination passes and just send the defender make just send defenders in frenzy. This is where he gets, this is where the his money comes in, on top of the 18. So you want to press them in the middle of the park there and keep it competitive. I have to say again, some positives for the Cavaliers team that I did saw from their previous games. They look very fit. I even said it on one of my previous shows that this Cavaliers team look fitter than the Jamaica national team. They were running a lot more. And I think these boys are very hungry and they're going to want to show their best. Their family members are going to be watching in Jamaica. Some of their friends will be traveling to the game in Miami, in the United States. There's a lot riding on this game, Conrad. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Early B Gangster Talking. Big up yourself, Eddie Guna, Crowbar. Big up yourself, my boss, Tycoon in the building. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. We've just did 47 minutes in the show already. We're going along very nicely. Merrick said it's very nice to dream, but everything starts with a dream, right? Everything starts with a dream. I think it would be a bad idea for Cavaliers enter into this game thinking they have no chance to win. If Cavaliers enter this game thinking they have absolutely no chance to win, they would have already lost the game. So they cannot take advice from people like Merrick going into this game thinking they don't have a chance. Big up yourself. Jobless. Jobless, let me know. What do you think? Can Cavaliers pull off this win against Inter Miami? It's going to be a tough one. I think they can do it. I think it's two kind of situation could happen. It's either Cavaliers concede at least 6 goals, or big up yourself stats. It's either Cavaliers concede 6 goals or Cavaliers win this game. I don't see any gray areas in this game. I don't see my prophecy. In my prophecy, I don't see any draw in this game. I cannot see this game drawing. This game is either Cavaliers get 6 or Cavaliers win this game. I think this is gonna be a gun-ho game. Wish they have Mount Pleasant goalkeeper. They do have a good goalkeeper in Barclay, the international out of the Caribbean as well. So I'm not really worried about Cavaliers there and as a goalkeeper. I'm also gonna be focusing on a player that I've been watching in Ainsworth. As I said, I think the player deserves a call up to the international setup. He does play a risky type of game. As I said, he plays that kind of Trent Alexander game where he tends to cheat a lot and he's very involved in that transition play and the attack for Cavaliers. However, this game, he has to be more disciplined. He has to be more disciplined in this game. He has to be more disciplined. He does have that recovery speed. I'm not worried about any of these Cavaliers players being slow and lethargic and just cannot recover. I don't believe that. I think Cavaliers players have the speed to recover. The big problem that's going to come into this game for Cavaliers is ball retention. Can they keep the football? And I'm not saying that Cavaliers should be planning to walk out of this game with a 40 to 50% ball possession. I'm not talking about a 40 to 50% ball possession. I'm thinking about the Cavaliers having a good between 30 to 37% ball possession. If Cavaliers has 30 to 37% ball possession, I think Cavaliers could win this game. A 30 to 37% ball possession. Big up yourself, Best Lifestyle TV in the building. Big up yourself, Cataract Ohini Blake in the building. Stats Boss, big up yourself. So, Cavaliers should be aiming for 30 to 37% ball possession and potentially try to score one of their set pieces off a free kick or of a corner or maybe a busy Atkins, one of those players, because I think those players can be problematic for the Inter Miami defenders. I've watched Inter Miami. Their defenders can fall asleep a bit. You see me? A far out boss. Give me a call, far out boss. Let me give you a call on the show. Far out boss, let me give you a call. All right? Let me give you a call then. Yeah, I think that Cavaliers has to be very disciplined on this one. I'm sorry, but Cavaliers not coming out in one piece. Far out boss, Cavaliers, what's your take on this game? Can Cavaliers it sounds very hectic, like you're at the game already. I'm not hearing I'm not hearing you properly. Your audio is pretty bad.
Yeah, just give me a clue. Let me call you back.
Okay. All right.
All
right. Do that. JT, if Cavaliers can survive the first 25 minutes of this game without conceding 2 goals, they can get something because Inter Miami is going to press them hard. That period. Yes, and for a lot of Jamaican teams, it's always critical in that first 25 minutes of the game. That's where it gets a bit overwhelming, where you have a Lionel Messi on the other side of the field coming at you. Can you really withstand that pressure? That's where I said Cavaliers need to be compact, but I don't want to see Cavaliers sitting on the top of their 18, because if I see the first 20 minutes and Cavaliers is sitting on the top of their 18, it's gonna be a disaster. I see this as a disaster because Lionel Messi, he is amazing at seeing those passes where a lot of people don't see them. He has that rear view mirror. He was at that rear view mirror vision where he can basically just pick out some little space that we're not really looking at. Cataract says, Jay Taylor, remember Speed said that we have Cafu and Roberto Carlos. So make we see if cock mouth kill cock. Remember how Grimsa had 3-1 loss to Argentina. Let me take another call here from Jobless. Jobless, how you think Cavaliers can pull it? You think Cavaliers can pull it off?
They're not really. Yeah, it's a slight chance, of course. It's always that 1% chance, of course. No, a football in a paper and paper, you know.
Yeah. I agree with you. I have Cavaliers winning this game.
They play upon the field. So I know lots of Jamaican, Lionel Messi, also Luis Suarez, and Bus. Like, come on, man, come on. They're not at the top of their game.
Yeah.
His name.
You think Messi is washed up, right?
Of course. You see, I watch him and when he get the ball, you see him get a little urge there. That's it. That's Messi game.
Yeah, I think Messi is washed up. He just looks slow.
Of course,
he does have the same vision.
What he do is use him intelligence what he have and get the better of that when he get the ball. He just use that, that intelligence, that football intelligence that he have and get the best of enough team.
Yeah.
To break him down. He still have that. You understand?
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right. If Cavalier sit back, that's a
recipe for disaster, brother.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Become the twist up on me.
Yeah, it's
Thank
okay.
you for that one.
Yeah, it's a recipe for disaster, Jobless, because
they can't sit back. Yeah,
they're gonna
they can't
feast.
sit back. No,
they're gonna feast on Cavaliers if they sit back.
Exactly. Them have, because Cavalier is fitter than that team. I know Cavalier is fitter than that team. Cavalier, we take it to them.
Jobless.
Cavalier, we take it to them.
Are you get the first? Are you me boss the first gunshot in the show today? Are you me boss the first gunshot in the show today? Hear it, people from Jobless. This is something. This is something.
They have that edge and them have to use that best ability against a well intelligent footballer.
Because it's an older Inter Miami team as well.
Of course, yeah. It's just the intelligence they have over Cavalier.
Yeah,
intelligent. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's
it. Sit back and look if you ping pass. It's over. It's over. Because I believe that, and I spoke about that. I highlighted that early on in the show. Watching Cavaliers in the last 2 Caribbean Cup games, they look fit. Yeah,
they were fit.
Of course they're fit. Yeah, man.
They look like a very fit team. No, give me your predictions for the first leg and the second leg, and we keep the show moving.
We feel like 2-1 to Inter Miami.
Okay.
Inter Miami, I'm going to clip it 2-1.
Okay.
That if Cavalier take it to them, but if Cavalier sit back, 5-6 love.
Yeah, first leg.
So it can go both ways. If Cavalier take it to them, it can be a nice competitive game. And if Cavalier sit back, it's over. It can go south very quick.
Yeah. I agree. If it's sitting back, and what's your prediction for this?
It's a tricky game.
It's a tricky
game.
game.
Using football intelligence when KSM have in pro life, so better use it up.
And when after this call, I'm gonna be touching on that exact point. That's what I'm gonna segue into, because you tied it back into what I said earlier about. I think this is a psychological game more and less a physical game.
It is gonna be a mind game. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right.
Yeah. This is a mind game. What's your prediction for the second leg?
It's ever 2-1. If it ends up 2-1, Miami have the edge there. Cavalier can pull off something in the National Stadium on them.
Yeah, I because I think if Cavaliers start to play in Jamaica, because there's another predicament again, the fans are there to see Messi, but they will support Cavaliers if they see Cavaliers are competing.
Once Cavaliers start to do something, that fans, trust me, they're going to support them. Now, I know them come off and say, Messi, once they start to do something good, their fans going to support them. They're going to back them.
Yeah. And Cavaliers might earn some. Listen, there's a lot banking on this game where I think Jamaican football is banking on this. This game is not just Cavaliers playing. Jamaican football is on display. Jamaican local football is on display.
It's a lot, you know. This game alone, you know. It's like it opened up a can of worm, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of people don't even realize it, you know.
Yeah. But I'm going to take our next call here. Big up Jobless. That was Jobless people.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man of God, the game is on Thursday. Big up yourself. God bless, son. You're going to be down there in Florida. God bless, son. Make sure you're at the game. People, if you're just joining the show, make sure you hit the like button on the show. Very important for the visibility of the video. Very important. If you're on your smart TV, the reason why I keep saying smart TV is that when I look at my statistic, I see that a lot of people watch the show from their TV or watch the show on their TV. So if you're watching on your smart TV, just head over to that right-hand corner with your smart remote and hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the show a lot. Really appreciate it. No, Jeremiah is saying that we're delusional. Big D Leng is saying Jamaican equal mad people. All right. Wisdom and knowledge. Let's hear what wisdom and knowledge is saying here. JT, we shouldn't worry about Messi in this game because I'm telling you, the main person Cavaliers should be focusing on is Sagievo. Okay, all right, those two wingers are dangerous and clinical. Set back and forward. Dwayne Allen and Adrian Reed. Stay focused because we're all going basket and okay. Yes, it's gonna be a lot for Jamaica. Get out of which game? Big D Leng, as I said, I think Messi is washed up, bro. Messi is on his last days. You're talking like this is the People need to remember this is not the Lionel Messi of old. This is not the Lionel Messi of old. Let me take another call from Far Out Boss. Far Out Boss, Lionel Messi, he's washed up. I think Cavaliers can get the win. Are you there? Far Out Boss, can you hear me? Caller. Jesus. Be a bad word Far Out Boss, of course. Yes, Big D Leng, your Lionel Messi is not the same Messi, but Jobless did touch on it, and I think that was a critical point in the show where it's gonna be a mind game. This game comes down to intelligence, and that's where Inter Miami has a plethora of players who have played. Suarez and those guys played at the highest level. Remember, at one point, Suarez was potentially one of the best strikers in the world. Suarez was potentially one of the best strikers in the world. Lionel Messi was considered to be the best footballer in the world. So they got some things going for them, but they're very slow. They're very slow. If these players want an overseas contract, this will be, well, man of God, you just joined in the show. I also spoke about that as well. I think Jamaican players should look at this as a showcase and an opportunity for their football career as well. You have to take it on. This is not the time to go out there and be coward. This is not the time to be afraid. If you want to be a pro football player, this is where you show that you can handle the tough stuff. This is how it is week in and week out in all the leagues around the world. There's no drop off. There's no drop off. So this is where players sometimes have to be a bit selfish. But being a bit selfish doesn't mean losing your mind and not being smart. Not being smart and not making the right pass. Conrad say, we're going to see levels. Messi on the last leg, on one leg is better. Me free up, you know. Okay, all right, yeah, man. Call me back. Far Out Boss. So yes, as I said, players like Richard King, Ainsworth, Busy Atkinson, Calvins. I'm gonna be looking at those players to see if they're gonna, because I think we maybe not on the international level as some people would look at it. Thank you for the super chat. God bless, son. Best episode. Thank you for the super chat. All right. I know people might say, okay, these Cavaliers players, they're not world class. Why are they still playing in Jamaica? They are not even in the MLS or the USL. But I think that the Cavaliers still have some dangerous players. I still think they have X factor players who can come up with a goal. I strongly believe that that's possible. Far out, boss. Cavaliers 2, Inter Miami 1.
Boy, my boss, me here, the people in my call and I make some score line, me have for one life, them all right. I mean, they team here see have confidence in another game, bro. Is a history score I got create on both like another game and another done.
What do you mean?
There's no way for Cavaliers and another done. It never got close, bro. What people are talking about? Nothing about that. Worse the second leg, brother.
Yeah. Why
Bro,
is it so Cavaliers not the on the field?
I'm telling you, bro. It's not even gonna be close, brother.
Yeah.
Believe it.
Why is
the most more on Cavaliers though? I just go they go represent and just do them best. That's it.
Thank God. See, I know you are the coach for Cavaliers, brother.
No.
If you are a coach for Cavaliers, you'd make the man them lose. You come like Donald Trump, where he said just lose to Ukraine, to just lose to Russia.
Yeah, man, I said, all right, JT, we're going to discuss this again after the game. No, man, but honestly still, but that's why Cavalier go represent. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Me not expect no win, no time, no close, nowhere, because I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Yes, me know football, but I don't see it happening, bro. You get me? And that's just my opinion. I'm going to say,
what can Cavaliers do? What can Cavaliers do to get a result in your eyes? Let's know.
I don't see nothing that they can do to get a result, bro. I'm telling you.
Really?
They can't park the bus and they can't attack. And that are just the two options. Bro, all right, let's be realistic. Yes, Inter Miami have a couple players who are in them age now. And as I just said,
in them 80s, them some 80-year-old man.
Yeah, and them in them prime and all of that. But come on, we can't take experience away from these players. We can't take what them know for do. You get me, I say, bro? Cavaliers, yes, young and all of that, but sometimes youngness not enough. You need experience. And we're talking about Messi. I say Messi this and Messi slow.
Messi's old now, bro. Messi's Messi play with walking stick.
Yes, but at the end of the day, what are you gonna? Where are trying to say Messi not good enough?
He's washed up. Listen, Messi now is like you. It's like, let's say you put on a concert and you just bring 50 Cent or Snoop Dogg. You know, they're they had big songs. They were legends, but they're not really it right now. Messi is not the best player in the world right now.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that. I agree with that 100%. But honestly, as I said, I don't see a victory for Cavaliers. Not even close. I don't even think about that. If it happened, well, I'll be very much surprised. But I'm not even thinking about that, bro.
Yeah, you should. I think
Cavaliers go there represent.
You should be the first one to call in back if Cavaliers win. Make a bet. Make a bet. Make a bet. If Cavaliers win the show, if Cavaliers win the game, you donate. Where they? Canada? US. If Cavaliers win the game, you donate $50 US to the channel.
No, yeah, man. 100. 100.
100?
100.
All right.
That's 100. I'll hold you to that.
All right, that sounds even better.
No problem, bro.
That sounds better.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem, bro.
All right.
Cavaliers win 100 USD a show, bro. No problem, bro.
I think Cavaliers is gonna win this game, bro.
You think?
Yeah, I just feel like Cavaliers can win the game because I just believe that the Inter Miami defenders are very slow. If Rudolph Speed gets it right, if Rudolph Speed is brave. If Rudolph Speed doesn't become Steve McLaren on the sideline, Cavaliers can win it.
You see, my prediction for both games, JT, about 9 in total.
9?
9 in
total. Oh my God.
I'm glad it's a recording now. You know my thing already.
It's a tape.
It's a tape, you know. It's a tape. You know what I say? In total, bro, 9.
Yeah, in man. Total 9. Wow.
Yeah, man. 2 legs, 9. Yeah,
Jesus Christ, bro. You. That's harsh. That's harsh.
Okay, we will see, bro. We will see. I may be wrong, but look, you know.
Man of God said, JT, what you smoke? I'm just talking sport. As I said, Plymouth Argyle, a team that is getting relegated, has beaten one of the best teams in club football in Liverpool this season. So that's football. Anything is possible on the day. On the day, you can have a scenario where the game starts, Inter Miami start the game a bit flat-footed, underestimating Cavaliers, and a busy Atkins, a Calvin, one of those players, a Avery, one of them, pull out a goal out the hat. You never know, a set piece.
But JT, remember, we're talking about, as I just said, maybe Inter Miami start out flat, like them those Cavaliers. But remember, as I just said before, remember, Inter Miami, these are professional players. So I doubt they're going to enter that game thinking, hey, it's just a small team. I doubt that, bro. I doubt that. That's what I'm saying. These are professional players, bro. These are players gonna go out there and, hey, in at the back of them, hey, we ain't gonna be getting beaten from this team.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say, bro? So it's vice versa, bro. What if okay, Inter Miami get going, bro? And I'm saying this, bro. You see, if that game ends like any more than 3 at the National Stadium.
No, in Inter Miami, then I don't think Messi is coming to Jamaica.
Go again?
If Inter Miami scores 5 goals or more, I don't see Messi playing on the stadium surface.
Well, I don't know. Probably, I don't even know. I don't even know on that one. Probably, maybe not. Maybe just for the expectation, maybe because like people know, or probably know, like, the nation looking to see him or stuff like that. I don't even know. I don't even know, honestly.
Yeah.
So, probably go out of respect. You get what I say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. The business end of it. I'm sure Rudolph Speed would have been having dialogue with the Inter Miami contingent and let them know that listen, the game is sold out and you know why people are there. Even, but it could be a situation where if it's 5 or so, Messi is sitting on the bench and he probably comes on for 20 minutes just to grace the crowd. It's like a performance. Definitely. Football is entertainment,
Yeah, definitely.
So give me a final prediction, both legs, first leg, second leg.
Bro, for both legs, 9 in total. I don't know how both legs are going to go, but my prediction for both legs, total goal for Inter, 9.
9. Wow.
9.
That is cutthroat, bro. That's cutthroat. All right. Far out boss. People, that's far out boss giving his prediction. Bless up yourself. Here, steer safe on the road, my brother.
All
right. Bless up. That's far out boss giving his prediction. He's saying Jamaica could Cavaliers could potentially pick up 9 in this one. I beg to differ. The man them should add Michael Hector to their squad. Oh yeah. JT, stop, my brother. There's no way Cavaliers will even be competitive. Ricardo, come on. How can Cavaliers not be competitive? Why are you like Ricardo? You should have watched enough football already to know that football is that sport where anything can happen. You should have watched enough football by now. If you know, say football is the sport where if you don't show up on the day, you end up losing to somebody who's potentially less talented than your team. Because a lot of times we see teams that are very talented and they basically just go out there and put on a stinker. We've seen that in football already. Messi coming to Jamaica for vacation and food. Ian Frey is a good defender. Yeah, we've been hearing a lot about Ian Frey for a long time. Did pick up a massive injury and he basically kind of just fell off the radar. People were considering him a defender to play for Jamaica. Unfortunately, that didn't materialize at any point. Them lucky if them win 2 corners, says Eddie Guna. Eddie Guna, thank God you're not the coach of the Cavaliers FC team, because those boys wouldn't even have a chance. I can't believe that you guys just say that a Busy Atkinson can't score. I think Busy Atkinson might score in this game. I think Busy Atkinson, Calvin's, Avery, those guys, I just think they have blistering speed. And, you can't coach speed. And this is where I said, like, Rudolph Speed, this is also opportunity for Rudolph Speed to show us all those courses that you took. You elevated yourself. Some consider you to be one of the best head coaches on the island. Now it's also an opportunity for us to see how good you are as a game planner. Can you game plan your way into a good result in this one, Rudolph Speed? That's very important. People, remember to hit the like button on the video. Matt Neal, bless up yourself, my boss. Ricardo, man of God, remember to hit the like button, Remember to hit the like button on the video, as it's very important. Very, very important to hit the like button. It's simple, You just touch the like button and keep it moving. For the people who are at work and you have in your headphone, you probably have your smartphone in your pocket or something, hit the like button and we get it moving. Yeah, we haven't done a show in a long time, so it's been a while. We already pulled off an hour. Still waiting for Cataract to join. We wanted to go up to the 2-hour mark on this one, because I want this show to be something where if somebody wants to watch it back who is not Jamaican, they have a good piece of content to watch with the preview. So I want to be concise and just hit the points right away, and so the information is readily there. As for the National Stadium, Issa Allen touched on that a bit. We saw there were a lot of speculations and a lot of concerns about the surface in the National Stadium, whether or not the surface was going to be up to par for this game. But it seems like the Magic ground staff in Jamaica has done it again. They've done something to the surface that at least make it look respectable. It looks presentable, I must say. But before Cavaliers can even think about going back to play in the National Stadium, they have to handle business on Thursday. And as I said too, Jamaican football is on showcase. Jamaican football is going to be on ESPN, on Fox. Jamaican football is going to be under the microscope. The league in Jamaica hasn't really gotten that respect over the years, but now is the opportunity for these Cavaliers players to deliver a good performance, show people that there's still talent on the island, that there are players chopping away to come through. This is an opportunity for this Cavaliers contingent. This is an opportunity for them to strut their stuff. There's no bigger platform. This will be the biggest game in the lives of some of these players. This will be one of the biggest games. The game is at 8 p.m., I think, Reno FC. So they now have to take this opportunity, grab the bull by the horn. This is the opportunity. No more. You can't go into this game, as I said earlier in the show. I keep repeating some of these points because I think these things are going to be very critical in this game. The mental side of the game. The mental side of the game. This is all mental. I don't know if the Cavaliers team is traveling with a sports psychologist, but I think this is the game that you need one. If you don't have one, this is probably the game you need to talk to one. I think players, before you go out there on the park, whatever your routine is, because I know a lot of football players, some football players listen to music, some read them Bible, some do different things to just basically get you in that mindset to go into the game. One of the things you should do is some kind of meditation. Basically, try to remove that adrenaline from your body, because the last thing you want to do going into a game like this is operating on adrenaline. Because when you operate on adrenaline, you make a lot of mistakes. You turn over the football a lot. When you operate on adrenaline, you turn over the football a lot. So it's very important. Cataract, you can unmute your mic. Welcome to the show. We have Cataract here. Cataract, as I said it.
Sports Blem J Taylor.
Yeah.
I'm relaxing in my Balenciaga robe. Balenciaga.
All
Taylor.
right.
If Cavaliers doesn't get less than 3 in the game in Miami, I am betting you, you see, 4 tickets to the return leg. That's what I am betting you. Don't get all shy now.
But the tickets would be sold. The tickets would be sold out immediately.
They don't tickets sold out. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was lying because he came on big ESPN and whatever the interviews were and told them the stadium was sold out. The stadium not sold out. All right, lots of space in there. Stadium is not sold out, people. All right, good. So I'm betting you 4 tickets. I'm not pressure you. 4 bleachers ticket. Right? Without pressure you. 4 bleachers ticket.
No, so me have to buy them if Cavaliers lose.
Cavaliers lose.
No,
we can't. Shut off your mouth. Remember, you take $100 bet, you know.
No, but I took a low risk bet.
No, you took $100 bet.
Yeah.
He said if Cavaliers wins, he will donate $100 to the channel.
And somebody said Rudolph Speed did not say the stadium is sold out.
Sir?
Yeah, somebody in the comments says.
Sir, I'm not in the argument. I hate Cavaliers, okay? So I'm not in the argument. ESPN Football Americas, where they have the girl from Jamaica, the pretty girl, and them have some other Latin guys. Go take it up with them. Go take it up with them, because that's what was brought on Football Americas, right? Good. That within hours of the draw, the stadium is sold out, and so the game had to be moved from Stadium East to the Independence Park. They didn't even say the National Stadium; it's called it Independence Park. That was the report. Go and watch ESPN. Don't come in the bullshit on the date.
Yeah, Brian Martin said that. The man never said that, brother.
Brian Martin don't come in the bullshit today. Go and watch Football Americas. Yeah, the man them where the speed bootlicker them. Don't come to me, because let me tell you something. We had the Trinidad double game, the 2 series against Trinidad, right?
Yeah.
And now we're gonna have this game.
Yeah.
And these are for all the people who have been telling us all those things.
Yeah.
You know, so some man chat up them out in the song world, you know. Yeah, about Cataract, about Jara, about this. So when them run up in a Jara, or them run up in a BSRDC, and they beating them start, when them a play and the big song, them when them take them off, all you hear is boo, and the crowd stand up and look upon them. I believe that's what's going to happen to Cavaliers, right? But I think that this game is for all of those who have been saying that national player, that the JPL League should have a percentage of national players on a national team, because you can run but you can't hide. Old time people that said Taylor story come to bump. Now I am taking Mr. Speed. When we had the Trinidad game, it finished, completed. I thought it was dismal, but he said, and I quote Brian Martin, you can come on here, we have Cafu and Roberto Carlos. You're going to deny that was said? Are we denying that was said, Jay Taylor?
We have. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear.
Oh, you didn't hear it. Well. Let me tell you. Come the match day, we're going to find out how water walk or a pumpkin belly. Because I don't want to hear nothing, because if you have Cafu and you have Roberto Carlos, them can angle Messi. No, I think a lot of focus is on Messi. I think the player who is going to do the damage is the biter.
Who's
I think
that?
the biter is going to do the damage. You don't know the biter?
No, sir.
Luis Suarez.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. He's due for if
He's
he
the
gets
person
a
that
hat
I
trick.
believe that's going to do the damage. And again, but I'm willing to give my countrymen all the best. So all the people who've been hyping up Richard King.
Yeah. Let me take this call here, Cataract, from Brian Martin, and then we get back.
Brian, the company up, man. Brian, the
Hey,
company.
Brian, Cataract, so you need to come on the show because you need.
Talk to you and then you hear me. I'm in the ear. Come by the show, man.
Yeah, because him say because him not hearing you and you're not gonna hear him. So
yeah, but what, is this a calling number or you have another? Bro, I'm not coming on the show.
Yeah,
because I'm not able to at this time. But
hey, no
is this
problem.
a calling number?
Yeah, man, perfect. Yeah. This is a calling number.
Okay. So for the record, brother, and also, I really don't want to engage Cataract and brother, because Cataract have no manners, brother. You see me? And some little thing when him do, I don't really run them joke, the brother. So I'm just say my piece and then we can leave and you and him can engage.
Yeah.
So in the ESPN thing, bro, the ESPN thing was saying that Cavalier usually play in a stadium with 3,000 people, like a 3,000 seater stadium. And then they were saying, like, they're gonna play Messi, they're gonna play in a stadium of 35,000, because that's the capacity for the national stadium, 35,000.
Yes.
Now, also, if you go up on the Carib Tickets website, you would have realized that it showed that the grandstand and the VIP areas and all those places are sold out. However, when we checked to find out if they were actually sold out, I was told that tickets were not actually all sold out.
No, the tickets were halted. Sales of tickets were halted for the grandstand. That's what I heard today. I read or something.
Yeah, so the sale of grandstand tickets were halted because, as per the CONCACAF rules, there's a certain amount of tickets that has to be made available for the away team and for CONCACAF officials. So you can't just open up the grandstand and sell it out and then tell them to the ticket that they did. So because of that, they had to stop it. And when them do them numbers and whatever, and allocate the amount for the away fans and for the CONCACAF officials, then when we reopen it and allow it to be sold. Also, the statement where I must say, that statement was actually made before the Trinidad and Tobago game, like weeks before it, where I think he was on Money's Man show. I was on that show as well. I think it was on Money's Man show when he was saying that there are two young players in the Premier League who he thinks similar to Roberto Carlos and Cafu, and he was referencing what do you name? Ainsworth and Robinho Gordon, and he was saying similar to how those players were identified from a young age and brought up in the Brazilian thing. He was saying that he thinks that those two players have that ability. See, so that statement was actually made before the Trinidad game. And everything, Robinho Gordon played a lot. He played in 2 games, but he never really played a lot. And Ainsworth played in them. I mean, everybody can decide what them think about them or whatever it is.
I think Ainsworth, remember I said I think Ainsworth deserve a call up.
But that was the context in which it was said. So for him, Cataract now said the man said him have Cafu and Roberto Carlos and him team. He never said that, bro. And also
I never said nothing but no team.
Never said play for Veer, brother. That Robin had to play with Veer, bro. So
see Taylor, that's what he does. And, did I say he said on the team? Did I say he said on the team?
The context in which it was said.
Taylor,
it's
almost
like
it's not going to come inside the park and misrepresent. That's what he does.
3,000-seater stadium, and now because they might play Inter Miami, they might go play over the national stadium with 35,000 and whatever. And, you know, they make the comparison and I talk about the national stadium or whatever the case is, bro.
Okay. All right. Thank you then, Brian. Brian, call in and clear that up. Because now that you explained it, Cataract did sound a bit disingenuous. Continue now, Cataract. You can unmute your mic.
Him not explain one fact, and that him do, right? Them love the little lane where him can just come talk him little thing and not be challenged, right? Him not explain one part. Brother, the man said when we were selecting the team for Trinidad, when the team came out, we have Cafu and Roberto Carlos. I never once said, he said Cavaliers have that. Did you hear me utter the word Cavaliers, or did I say he said? Right. So don't come here. So bro, the man have one platform in my G. Right? I made a name Bamba. So here what? Straight up. I am saying if you have indicated that the league back and left back qualities of Roberto Carlos, I never said them play at Cavaliers. I'm saying we're going to test the quality of the right back and the left backs in this league now. Because two of them will have to, they will have Messi goes from left and right. So don't come in a blasted foolishness, brother. You understand me? He never said nothing about the man said Cavaliers. I said we were talking about the national team versus Trinidad. And he made that statement. And now I'm saying he's going to have to put some proof to the pudding because Messi is here. And we're going to see if we have players of the ilk and caliber. I come talk about the man say, oh, because they were young and brought into the team. And oh, brother. Roberto Carlos, a bad left back, one of the best of all time. Only Pablo Maldini, Morate. Probably Pablo Maldini, Morate as a left back in that league. He was saying that we have left back of the quality of the greatest of all time. That's what was being said. Cafu is one of the, I would say one of the top 10. You would say that? One of the top 10 right backs?
Yeah, I have to. I said top 5, bro.
Top 5. That's what you were saying. I come in a bombard context. I come pretty. But I say, I bootlicker for speed. You understand? So you have to come say that. The man don't make him speech already. And I'm simply saying that our the Cavaliers left back and right back will be put to test. And let us see if they are anything near the quality of Cafu and Carlos. Okay? Boom. That means. Outside of that, I said that he has been hyping up Richard King for quite a while now. Richard King has been a Jamaican international for going on 4 years. And I'm saying, story come to bump because he will be up against Roberto Suarez. Even though Suarez is an old age stage, as I say, a pensioner, right? And we're going to see just how well he can handle a world-class striker. Suarez is a world-class striker, yes or no?
Yeah. You remember he was one of the best strikers in the world at one point.
Of course, what I'm saying, so what I'm saying as a man, I said, Deco, that's the man have no right to call no man name. I remember a Dayton camp there one PMP meeting, I said, Bounty Killer no clash with Tanta Blacks. You can't call Tanta Blacks name and I see him sentence with Bounty Killer. That's blasphemous. And what was said that day on that channel was blasphemous. You see what I say, Taylor?
Yeah. You're saying.
Yeah, the man never said, boy.
Maybe he was using it in the context. He was using it probably. But Katara, maybe he was using it in the context of saying the example of young players coming through and how they went in. How they got into the team. Let me take this comment here from Wendy. At this point, it's not about Cavalier as a team, but about Cavaliers representing Jamaica in the club competition. So even though I am a Reno fan, definitely cheering for Cavaliers. Let me take this one call from Fisherman here.
Big up Wendy.
Fisherman, go ahead.
No, hold on. Let me just pause Fisherman.
1 second, Fisherman. Stay put my cataract finish the point here, yeah?
I want to big up Wendy. We love to see the ladies when them support the national team and Jamaican football. As I said, when we played Trinidad, a lot of women came out, a lot of baby mother with them young kids. I hope you bring your kids to join the national team. But let me tell you this. Cavaliers now represent me or Jamaica. Cavaliers
1 second, Fisherman. When Mr. I'm gonna chime in. 1 second.
Cavaliers represent Cavaliers. They now represent me and not Jamaica. Right? No.
They are representing Jamaica, bro.
No, they're representing Cavaliers.
All right. Ketara, maybe just take the call and then you can take me if you tackle upon a point there. You see that way I say? I think that's where me right this off go kick off. Go ahead, Fisherman.
Yo, I have to say good afternoon again, my boss.
Blessings, my boss. Good afternoon.
And the cataract upon the next thing. When I ask you something, big man, when cataract come on the program and I say anything, you know, challenge him. You know, challenge him.
Him just said something when me go challenge him, man. He just said something when me go challenge him. Him said that Jamaica Cavaliers is not representing Jamaica, they're representing Cavaliers, and I think that is bull crap. And I'm gonna challenge him on that.
Wow, boss.
I don't understand. When we listen to the man, he coming like the man. No, he coming like him. No want to see the man them progress. Them him no want him watch it. He want watch it game to see the man them don't fall. Oh the man them stay some man. The man them behave like
once again, Taylor, pause him.
Oh them behave so.
Fisherman, send him the link, Taylor. Send him the link. Send him the link, Taylor.
The man them are the class of the man them, you know.
Send him the link.
You not go join with the link, brother.
I'm not going to join because I just want a time to chat off him.
Call him, man. Call him. Yeah. Go on to Fisherman. What you say, man? Say no?
The man just said at the potential. The man I talk about, you know. The man I said the man them are the class of the man them, you know. It's just potential wise. The man did that talk about, you know.
Okay. So
Cataract can make it behave like the man I said.
Lie would I tell? Taylor the man might change up the thing now.
All them nonsense, the man.
Mm-hmm.
And the man no say no, so the man and that the man I say no. I'm tell you, say brother, yeah, listen, man. I see like come talk about the man no goal, the defender them no goal side. And that's why I tell you, say this brother, yeah, a liar, you know. The man is just a liar. Every time you listen to the man talk, the man go overboard. The man is just a liar.
You come try change up what the man said. The man didn't say no content. He never said no content. The man never said nothing. Move on, boy. The man never said nothing about content. The man never said nothing about move on, boy.
You always represent for the man in myself. In a year we lie, man.
Clean, man.
Lie. You too straight. All the while you come for the program, you just sit discredit.
Man,
why you spend the man teaching them, you don't come and tell you the back of life. You lie too much, man. You lie too much, man.
I come tell lies.
Come and listen to man tell man, come on.
We have Cafu and Roberto Carlos.
Hey,
and
take the man. Take the man. Move the man. Come on, you know.
All of you Ryan and call team to come for them program after the Trinidad game then. You understand? And you run up high. Oh man, go around and see back in.
Take off the man and
talk. I said clearly, Taylor. I said clearly. I said clearly. I said clearly.
Well, 1 second, Fisherman. We could clear this up. We could just clear this up first, Fisherman.
I said we can go 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Right? I said I wish Cavaliers well.
You know which Cavaliers you want
to support. I mean, I read Cavaliers. You can't wait to speak. You know, just want to chat about like the damn chicken man. Just wait to say you have a minute. Pay by your lion mouth, man. You come try change the narrative. You can't change no narrative. You can't change no narrative. Because you swear it is everything you beat down. Blind God said Jamaica will run over Trinidad. Everything you beat down. You couldn't come as a man and face when the results come. When the results come back, we could have only drawn 1 hour. We could have only drawn 1 hour down here. So, you biggest goal left. We are come try bring down the program and bring down the national team. I'm going to ease up for you. I want to carry down them. You understand? You fight down everything you ever make my national team the best. I make my national team can go to the World Cup. I make my national team can come out of the World Cup group stage. Look, I come chat far. And when people throw you out, and when the proof is at the team, you can't pretty up nothing boy a bad man. You can't pretty, as a matter of fact, you're not a bad man. Clown, you can't pretty up nothing boy. You understand? Nothing you can't pretty up. Boy,
cataract, deaf ears, man.
You can't put you up nothing, boy. You can't put you up nothing, but
you never see a ball in your life.
You never see a match at it, Yard.
You never play jacks in your life yet, man. You ever play jacks?
Brother, may have jacks and clothes and skirt coming down in here. You idiot, man. What that? You're flipping idiot.
Go play your sound, man. Go play your sound. Your sound, man. A sound you have to go play.
Yeah. You ever win the title in your life?
That's why
the sound in 1992. Who was the last champion in Scotland and England? You have to play sport. You know nothing about competitive sport.
I be a lie, you tell.
You know, like Cavalier.
But Cataract, 1 second. Cataract, 1 second. Isn't Cavaliers representing Jamaica? They're representing local football, brother. They're gonna be playing on ESPN and Fox. They're representing local football, so they're representing Jamaica.
So Taylor,
your bad mind,
yeah, clown, man. No, man, tell me. We are having a big man discussion. You just like keep chat like you know.
Your bad mind, your bad mind. Your bad mind. Your bad mind speed, man. Your bad mind speed.
Easy with yourself, man. Bad man.
Your bad mind. You're tired to see the man face. You're tired to see the man face.
You ever win a championship in your life?
You're tired to see the man face.
Who have the lightweight belt in England and
you're tired to see the man face. You're tired to see the man face, Cataract.
Can I answer you now?
Yeah, answer. And then we'll fisherman answer.
And then I will allow the fish to speak.
Yeah, no bother with that, Cataract, please. Don't bother with
that.
Fisherman yeah, but don't. If you're gonna say fisherman, and say fisherman. No bother about allow the fish to speak. We're not gonna do that, bro. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna
fisherman. Fisherman. Me don't know nothing about it.
Put up your youth. Put up your youth on screen. Put up your youth and your grandpity them on screen. Put them up.
Brother, una go mash up your show. If you wanna go mash up your show, brother. Brother, it wanna Cataract. This is gonna be on YouTube, you know. It wanna go mash up my show, brother. It wanna go mash up my show, dog. It wanna go mash up my show. Yo, fisherman, it wanna.
And then you can come and chat all you want. Taylor, you are long enough to know. And you live in Denmark. What are the big team in Denmark? FC Copenhagen. Which are the other big team?
Brøndby.
You know very well. If FC Copenhagen is in the Champions League, Brøndby supporters are not there cheering for FC Copenhagen.
No, but this is different, Cataract, man. It's different, bro.
When Manchester City have played the final of Champions League, no Manchester United fan now jump up and down.
But Cataract, hear me out for a second, Cataract. It's different. Jamaica football has been the background wicked, fisherman. Jamaican football has been on a low. Jamaica, Cataract, just join back his show up and end the war and let me talk to fisherman and then you join.
No, the war can't done, man. The war can't done. You know what is the choir?
Fisherman, the background, wicked, brother.
They move from the. They move, man.
Yeah, man. Just for a few minutes, make we just do it clear and then you can go back to that area.
I need to be muted, Mike.
All right. What me gonna do is hold on, Cataract. What me gonna do is me go ask fisherman a question and then me ask Cataract and then we try to quash the warrior. Fisherman, what I'm saying to Cataract is Jamaica football has been on a low for a number of years, right? Yeah, the background wicked.
Follow advice. Yeah, go on.
May I say Jamaican football has been on a low and we need any publicity that we can get. And since they're playing on such an international level, I think I think that Cavaliers is representing Jamaica. What do you think?
How you mean if a Jamaica them I represent? Cavaliers I represent me. It I represent the 2 or 3.8 million people in the Uncle Cataract. Them not must not represent. You can't see a club in your country, a little country like Jamaica, they go on a big stage like this, and all you do is come for the program and fight down, but you know, like Cavaliers, and you fight down speed. That man have to go away, man. And then you come and talk about your Jamaican team or your Patriot. Patriot what? You what? Go away and go live somewhere in our next country, man. If you're not cheer for the club in our country. 90% I play them when I play a Jamaica them born and grow. A Jamaica them come from. A Jamaica them are represent when them step out on the field.
Okay.
You come and talk and company and something agrees me when me hear them little.
All right. No, let me point a question to Cataract now, Fisherman. All right. Let me point this to Cataract now. Cataract, is it a thing where you're using your bias towards Rudolph Speed and local based players to basically saying that Cavaliers is not representing Jamaica? Because I think 90% of people in the comment section today, today you would get some buckle, you know. I think today would be a buckle day, you know. I think 90% of commenters would agree that Cavaliers is representing Jamaica, Cataract. You can unmute your phone and talk now.
No, may I unmute when the next person mute for them?
He did. He's muted. It's muted. Are you at talk?
Oh, he's muted. Oh, respect for the mute. So let me start again and say to you this. I grew up watching football in England. I grew up at Leeds United Stadium. I grew up in a Birmingham, where I have my cousin them was a director of Aston Villa Football Club. A director, Sandra Lawrence. Go Google her. I'm a other cousin them support Birmingham City. Even when Aston Villa make it and Aston Villa they are near the top and Birmingham in that championship, them not cheer for them sister club. No Manchester United fan not cheer for Manchester City when Manchester City in a Champions League final. That's the nature of football. If you don't know club football, a man go sit down. You represent your club represent the region. Yes, in a international global space, it will say Jamaica players will be on display. According to Fisherman, they will win. And then everybody will see they'll be in the eye of the world. Yes.
Fisherman, is that Cataract?
Hold on, man. Let me done, man. I said in their thinking, they are representing Cavaliers. This is not a national team. This is a club team. They're a champion. They're the Caribbean champion. They're also representing the Caribbean. If you want to go to that way. Right? Meaning they are the representative from
so how you're saying that, so you're denying them representing Jamaica if you're stating
Papa, listen, if you bother to let me finish my sentence.
No, me never want you to pass that part. Let me just ask you quickly. Go ahead.
No, I don't need to pass, but it interrupts. I'm saying to you, they in the same way people, everybody in the Caribbean supposed to be cheering for them because they represented the Caribbean. It doesn't go like that. Club football and national football are two different things. When you're a club, when they win that money, 0.0% of it is going to the JFF.
But it's going towards development of football still in Jamaica, Cataract.
Let me finish my statement.
All right, let me just finish and then we're bringing back Fisherman.
Going back to the league to help pay for the referee them for the league we can't play. It is about Cavaliers, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. The league, the PFL or whatever, they don't have no entitlement to the money from Cavaliers' money. The JFF don't have no entitlement for it. It belongs to Cavalier. If Cavalier win, the glory belongs to Cavalier. The glory belongs to Mr. Speed. And if they lose, likewise. They just simply a club from here, so I hate that. Them represent themselves and them fans. Me is not a fan. I'm an arch fan of Cavaliers. With an arch fan of Cavaliers.
All right, and let me bring in back Fisherman and then we come back again.
Let me just end by this. I don't want them to lose because I don't wish bad for no man. I don't wish bad for my countrymen. I'm saying I'm going to the stadium. I am going to take in a game of football. I'm not going to be saying, yo, go on Messi, kill them with ball. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going as a neutral to watch a football game. I won't be cheering for Inter Miami because Inter Miami is not my team. I'm just take on and watch a game of football. You understand? As a neutral. If I really could, honest to God, but I'm booking, I would really fly to Miami, go watch the game, like $5 or whatever, but I go watch the game. But I mean, I support Cavaliers, but I sit down and watch a game of football so that I can speak from first hand. I don't wish them, I hope all the players play at their best. I hope all the players end injury-free. But me not cheer for Cavaliers. When they score, me not jump up. But just I watch as a neutral.
All right.
And if I don't score against them, I will not be jumping up and going, yeah, I'm a tennis up. Not in the stadium. When we come to the analytics now, different something.
All right. But let me read a few comments, Cataract, and then I'm gonna make him get back to your point. Big up everybody who just joined, people. Remember to hit the like button. It's very critical. As I said, I keep stressing that if you're watching on your smart TV, just head over to the right-hand side with your smart remote and hit the like button. The reason why I'm saying this is when I look at my YouTube studio statistic, it shows that 60% of people is watching this show from them TV or upon them TV. So I don't know. So that's why I think that sometimes it makes the like button a bit low than when people don't have the smartphone. Big up yourself, 876 Stream. Jay says, no matter how you want beat round the bush, Cataract, the fact that Cavaliers is based in Jamaica, they are a representation of Jamaica and the moment they step out there on the international stage. Big up yourself, Owen. Big up yourself, Travis Peso. No, Fisherman, you can unmute your mic. Based on what Cataract is saying, where he's saying all the proceedings are the winnings. If Cataract, if Cavaliers does win, it's going strictly to the club. So him not have to support Cavaliers.
Look here, JT. Cavaliers based in Jamaica. Them is a Jamaican club. When them step out there, them are represent the country. Anything will happen. You hear them say Jamaica. And Jamaica, them are going to say. Them are represent me and them are represent the whole of Jamaica. And when me step in at the stadium, me not cheer for Cavaliers, not my team, you know. Cavaliers are not my team. Me cheer for Arnett Garden. But yes, when me step in at the stadium, a Cavaliers me a cheer for. Cavaliers me a cheer for. A Cavaliers me want to win. And the players they want out, they go this.
That's like it's more like a patriotism thing.
When a man go say, him no like Cavaliers and speed for go and speed for this. Them something that show like a bad mind thing. You hear me? Bad mind thing, them thing there. And him say him just a going. He hear him start out now, him no wish them no bad. I just show me a beat him. That's why I'm switching up. And I say no wish them no bad, you know. He didn't wish them bad. If I'm going there, if King no play and King no play good thing, come tell us. Say, see it there. Me tell you say enough to make the national team. See it there. Me tell you say that man enough to make the national team. Me tell you say them not good. That's how I want to happen. And then something them want to happen. And them think they have bad mind. Bad mind. You see me? Bad mind. Me not them against speed. The man come a long time we don't have something like this. Messi at speed make Messi come here. Cavaliers make Messi come to Jamaica. And you be proud about that. We be proud about that. I'm out there and go support. And stop company radar company the program come and beat down the man and beat down the team. Cataract, you feel go.
All right, but Cataract, unmute your mic now. If you can take him back what Fisherman says. Go ahead, Cataract.
Yeah, so let me go again. So first of all, I didn't say Rudolph Speed for boy. I said I don't like Rudolph Speed. And I don't like Cavaliers. I hate Cavaliers and I hate Rudolph Speed. You understand? Me a man, you can't stand there and say. And not because you come one day, me and a man in a bow cat, in a bow to get no guy. If you have your flowers and a your time, go and do your thing. But my feeling remain the same. I said I don't wish back.
Cataract, in 876 Stream says that no, I wanted to add this. No, Cataract, I wanted to but never give you back, but I always give you back your time. No, but because you're gonna skip out Cataract, it's part of the discussion. Remember, say me make you and him talk.
They click the point, they click whatever.
Listen, Cataract, just add this. No, does this change your mind? Does this change your mind, Cataract? Does this comment change your mind? 876 Stream said the winner of the CONCACAF Championship will qualify for the 2029 FIFA Club World Cup. That's all I wanted to say to you, boss. Continue.
Yeah, but you could have said that at the end of the point. when I'm making a serious point, just allow that's so it go on Talk Sport. That's so it go on ESPN. I don't want the man to clip me halfway. I'm saying I don't have anything against the 11 or 23 players in a Cavalier squad. You understand? I don't have nothing against none of the man them. Me don't hate none of the man them. I hate the team, but I don't hate any of the man them. None of the man them not do me nothing. None of them have no vibes. I always wish the best for them if they make a transfer to go play for Manchester City, Rangers, everywhere. Make them go on. No vibe against them. So I don't have a vibe against an individual in the team. You understand me? I say, I don't wish no bad for the man. I don't wish no man get injured. I hope them do their best. I hope they do the best. I hope the best is good enough. I said I'm coming to the game neutral. Neutral. I don't come to cheer for neither Messi. My nephew. My nephew is a Messi fanatic. And his father take him go to the game over by the VVIP. So we are spending our money. Me belongs in the bleachers with my friend them. I'm going to run them. I'm going to sit down and watch a game of football. Certain man have to run up because when Taylor, when we play in New Jersey against in the garden against Messi, me never did that.
Me never did that.
Taylor, don't ramp it, man. They
no.
hear the talk about sport. They but, get program in sports prophecy.
Yeah, don't probably true. But Ketak, you know, say my memory. You know, say my memory short, you know, brother. Yeah, but Ketak, I can agree that you were there.
No,
but
so I'm saying I have seen Messi play before. Me no need to run down to see Messi. I've seen Messi play before. I also am taking this as an analyst because I watched Messi play against Jamaica. Right? The national team on the hard room, so with 0 days for preparation, nothing. Watch the game, right? And so I'm going to be looking at the performance of those players vis-a-vis the performance of Cavaliers against Inter Miami and try to make my own analysis as an independent man. You understand? Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, go ahead.
So it is there, but there's nowhere I grew up in England where a next team, all when them play that Champions League final, the World Club final, we not cheer for them. We not cheer for them. Someone not even watch the blouse and skirt match. It have 0 to do with we. Because Leeds United, we say. You understand? That some grew up and know the thing. So if you don't know the thing a comical way, you don't know the thing a comical way. Me's a real hardcore football fan.
All right.
Come on, man can tell you when me at the stadium. We come and see anytime I go in the stadium, me at the stadium.
Can I make a little small point?
I'm not coming a joking thing. We in Jamaica always, let me the last point. We always talk about a footballing culture, right? Mm-hmm. You know very well, you're not saying no Brandby United fan put on a FC Copenhagen shirt. If Copenhagen
nobody actually put on a Cavalier shirt though.
Which would be a massive achievement of reaching the Champions League final. Then I don't know. They just watch the game. Maybe they have a player who used to play for Brandby that Ghana. So they be cheer for that little player. So you see what I said? But I wish no man. Notice what I said, Taylor, and I'm going to allow Fisherman to come in again. Notice what I said. I said, story come to bomb. We will now see if Richard King, over 2 games, can mark and keep a clean sheet against an elite leader backline to keep a clean sheet against Lionel Messi. And not even Messi, because Messi has a team responsibility. Suarez a team responsibility. Because we saw what Ethan Pinnock them could do. Remember after the changes they make that.
Can I say something, Cataract? Because I need to that point too. I need to get back to you at that point because you're being disingenuous. People, remember to hit the like button. Big up yourself, everybody in the comment section. No, I'm seeing a little thing coming from Cataract. I think people not remember, you know, Cataract is a genuine PNP, you know, and you see, to Cataract sound on the show tonight, it just come like labor right. Even labor right there and nothing. All if it means that Jamaica.
No, sorry. So hold on. No, I have to make a correction. Sorry. You are very right. 876 stream, you are very right. I misspoke. You are very right. 8763 is very right. Ethan Bennett was not in that game. My apologies. I misspoke.
That's why I'm saying I'm going to tackle you back on a point. But yeah, I have something else. I have something else. I'll come back for you on that. Yeah, so as I'm saying, people, I think Cataract is taking it from he's a diehard. And I think there are moments as a patriot of a country where you put aside politics, you put aside personal feelings, and you just say, we are doing it for Jamaica. I don't think Cataract depend that with the people. You know, look like him depend that with the, him just look like, you know, some people say, listen, not even a green leaf, me don't want to see around them. Me never want to leave them green in my yard. I saw Cataract sound right now. You know what I mean? And I understand the point where I try to make, but when you look at Denmark, you can't really compare Brandby and FC Copenhagen because Denmark is a country where football is already fully established and they are a respected nation. Jamaica is still trying to get that respect when it comes down to football, and football has been very low on the island. And Cataract, I think you're setting the bar too high for Richard King. You're saying, I'm going to say if Richard King get a clean sheet against Messi and all that. Fisherman, you can take on that point.
If he can lead the line. If he can lead the line. But I'm not time to talk.
Yeah, after Fisherman, you're forward back. Go ahead, Fisherman.
Yeah, man. Sit down now, Cataract. Let me come in, man.
Let's make your point down there.
Are you alone? You think you're sound your part, man? Anyway.
You Cataract love warring, man. I two war both the punish of people.
Yeah, man. You see my die at PMP. Yeah. They are PMP, you know. They are PMP, you know. But my country come first. My country come first.
That people are two PNP the punish war.
The country come first.
I two PNP the punish war, people. But
right now, look for Fisherman. When we look at him on the group chat, looking at the group chat, I see for the green. If for the green surround.
No, a green there on on my phone, a green there on field. Continue, Fisherman. So the color change. Continue, Fisherman.
You see what me I say? Him put this thing on this owner's fan King now. Say him go see where King. If King can, a King alone a play out there. That's him out stop.
You know, I never that you say, I make him finish. I never that you say it's a record, that tape. Go on, show Fisherman.
So me I say, King can go out there and play good, you know, and them still score goal from Cavaliers, you know.
Fact.
King can go out there and have an excellent game, and them still score goal. And that don't have nothing to do with King. So you're gonna use that and judge him. You say just like him be like Pinnock. You know, make it look like. You remember when Haiti come and play Jamaica with Pinnock and where the Asian do the two, do Pinnock and do the left back and score. You see how the man mash up the two of them and score? Come on, and make it look like when not watch a football game. Like when the man they go play, them just play and nothing happen. You see what the Asian they do with them? When the Haiti did that with two love until we come back and win the game. You see how the Asian youth over on the flank mash up the wing back and when Pinnock come him and destroy him and send him run down there and go kick the ball line it. Cataract forget that.
Okay, can have short term memory.
Yeah, man, them a short term memory.
People, yeah, we want to get the likes up on the video. The people that are just joining the show. I see that people are just joining the show. It's like 84 of us in here. Big up yourself, Signals Media, Team Aggressive, everybody who's joining. Please hit the like button on the show. It's very critical for the algorithm and the show being, pushed out to everybody who's available to watch. So please, people, just hit the like button so we don't have to keep it.
More time you wonder. Who him attack when the man talk about the man? When do you go to represent? I never yet see King play a bad game for Jamaica. And if any man who watch King speak the truth, speak the truth. Never look out of the Jamaica team. But this game,
They didn't watch Jamaica play for you.
This is fed up on the man. They just when me call them, just come on the program, and when me listen to the man attack, and start the youth come on and clarify the thing with Speed say. And him a fan with the youth. a funny man. And that youth, anytime that youth they speak, that youth is a logical youth. That youth they come and he speak justice when him talk. And him a run with
Brian, you're talking about Brian, right? Brian Mighty.
Yeah, the youth name Brian. This is what I say. And Cataract always come and attack things when they go so. I put things in a theme way. He suit himself. Live up, man. Go over England, English where you talk about where you born, you grow up in England and you go watch England and you know cheer for this aside and Jamaica with it. Jamaica with it. Panic ground with it. So we are different team. We are different team with the panic ground. And then we are different.
Yeah. Before you join back though, Cataract, far out boss, you had something to say to just split this in two right here. So go ahead, far out boss. Far out boss.
Yeah. I think it's my personal opinion. I get up for all the money I think Cataract will have some personal things against Cavaliers speed with the football world. You have to just start football if you have to start football. Isn't it? I say? Nah, rush no man. Isn't it? I say? Me understand you're finding a like outside whatever. You have to work man with you. Isn't it? But the third point, yes, everybody knows me is not a Cavaliers fan. Everybody knows me is not a Steve fan. But at the end of the day, the reality and the fun of the matter is Cavaliers, the game where they are play, they represent the country, they represent Jamaica. Isn't it? I say? So we can't run from the facts though, isn't it? And not just that necessarily, isn't it? As me said earlier, JT, I don't expect Cavaliers to win, but at the end of the day, they still want to see them go there with them best.
Yeah. As a Jamaican.
Isn't it? I say? But at the end of the day, I don't see them away. And that's just a reality, isn't it?
All right, bless you. That's far out, basket. Somebody else come give you your next box in your face.
Yeah, Lake of face is what? Him said the same that I'm saying. I don't like Cavaliers. I don't like Mr. Speed. I don't like the ways. I don't like them style. I don't like how they operate. Yeah, Mr. Man is on principle. You understand? And I'm my principle. The man can't rush me and thump me. The man can't pop me in my chest when I'm sitting in a stadium. The man know how a Cataract and just go around the next side, go sit down. They know that already Taylor. The man that come by after make only a big speech. And when they reach that stadium, a different section up and go sit down. I can't come around me. The man can't come around me. I'm sit down in the stadium, my dog, my girl, them, I will sit down and I enjoy the game, I will drink around, I eat with KFC. So it go. I'm gonna like Cavaliers. Brawling. I'm gonna like Cavaliers. So the man can't push me for go to cheer and support. I said I'm going in the stadium as a neutral. You know what a neutral mean and not cheer. I don't like Inter Miami. I know them. I know them. All that yard me want to see them play. Yeah. Then them represent for me because that's my club in Jamaica. I'm gonna walk around in a clubby. I'm in a clubby, brother. I come at my father and start live at Jamaica and I hold a one club and go and support that one club. I'm in a clubby. So back to what I was saying there.
No, switch club, I want to different club, switch club.
Different club,
Oh, so he must switch. So a 2 Arnett Garden, 2 PNP Arnett Garden man up on the show. How this man? I must joke this. People. Just see that thing that I walk on the show right now. How are this?
I don't have anything against Richard. I don't have anything against Richard Kick. So.
Yeah. Right, people. So honestly, what go on, people? 2 socialists and 2 Arnett supporter. Them disagree on the team.
Yeah, man, JT, me a switch place from today. Me a switch club. Me a Waterhouse me a deal with now. Yeah, man, they can't depend on the same team with Cataract depend, man. They have a ship, they have a chip, man. They can't depend in the same club. You're mad? That must be mad. That's someone that can't depend on the they are switch them.
I'm a PNP and socialist. So go on over the side. That's the way it's like. Some of them will PNP. You take a $5 that green shirt. I'm gonna vote out Mark. That's me, I tell you. But back to Richard King. You know, seriousness. I have nothing against the youth. I wish the youth well. I hope he transitions and find himself a club in Europe and elevates his game. Right? But I thought the facts. I could never say that Richard King is certainly the best defender in the JPL. That is without a doubt. There's no question about that. I have never questioned Richard King being brought into the national, in and around the national team. Could never. You've never heard me make that question. You might look at other man, but you might never hear me say that. But Richard King is not my favorite player. Not because he play for Cavalier. That's not my style. That's not my style of defender. My style of defender, I can go down the line and tell you, Ian Pepe Goodison, Clifton War, Marco McDonald, Kunte. Them are my style of defender. My style of defender is like a pretty boy, or Titans defender, I call them. My kind of defender, that brother. You understand? Alex Thomas. Them are my defender, them. I'm gonna call every defender I call play at JPL because I'm a supporter of the league. Right? Upwards and outwards, we can tell about my lead defender them, Lucas Radaby and them man. It's about me have enough defender that Jamaica, I rate them defender them. You understand? My style of defender and Kasai Hines and no them tight.
Some Damian Lowe defender, you have some like Damian Lowe kind of defender.
Yeah, like tough.
Some you like the walking red card defender then.
No, they're not walking red card. Because when he first got school, and not my first guy at university, not my first guy at university. And them time the man have a man named Jaja, what they used to call him Psycho.
Jesus Christ.
Psycho. Right? Him and the next black guy, a Jamaican, I don't think it's Palmer, was it? I can't remember his name. Two of them, they were English international. Steve something, Psycho, they used to call it. Tough defender them like, man. I pretty this thing.
But Ketera, let me just let Fisherman finish up when you jump back on screen. Because I wanted to jump back on screen. Now, Fisherman, make your final point.
It's not my JT. Hold on. Let me just clarify the point and then Fisherman. I am saying Travis never play them with me. I'm like watch them.
We're coming back on screen, you know. We're coming back on screen now. So finish up Fisherman so we can jump back on screen.
When you watch a player play football, when you watch them for, you know, watch them for when them get the ball, them know if you do with the ball, start to play, break up play, and all of them thing there. I know you don't want your defender to go, they go kick down nobody. That would I like to happen. And
the game has changed, bro. The game has gone to more Richard King style of defenders.
You hear the man called Kunte. You know it's Kunte. You ever watch Kunte play ball?
No, I don't know with him, so.
Yeah. You want to see that brother there when him play ball, you know. Them man they are walk, you talk about red cat, them man they are broke foot defender, you know. Yeah. And them defender you talk about. None of the defender them when you hearing call a while ago. No good like Richard King. None of them. Especially, Goodison not the only man. You can call and say, well, Goodison. But you see the rest of the man when you hear him call, especially Kunte, that the man they take off the whole of the blade like grass off I feel. You know, and I defend that. So I'm like Pinnock. You sure you say what you must say? In just a say. Hey, you see the man.
Pinnock is my player. Pinnock is my player. That's right.
You listen, you go watch him rave about Pinnock is a man where you say I run and I take off the whole I bleed like grass off I feel. And him rate Pinnock. But he no rate For sure you say where you hear him attack, I just convenient you hear him come up and call out some defender name. Some local defender where him say him like that.
First of all, you would have never
Ketera, I don't want your answer, but brother, we need to jump back on the screen. Fisherman, what we want to do now, Fisherman, is this, right? Yeah, me get your point and that. Give me a prediction for the two legs them and how you expect the game them to turn out the game.
May I tell you the truth? As I say, I cheer for Cavaliers, going to the stadium at Cavaliers, I cheer for when them go over, so I watch it on the telly. A Cavalier, I cheer for. But may I tell you the truth? I don't think them will win.
Okay.
I hope them put out a good effort. I don't give I hope them not get them goal not full up. I hope for the best. But as I say, I them I cheer for. I also want them go there, put them best foot forward and represent. That's how we want to happen.
All right. Cause we probably we catch up around the game time. Then. All right. All right. Bless up, Fisherman. Thank you, Zin. We catch up.
Yeah,
We catch up around the time when the game, man. Probably Thursday.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Blessing.
Yeah,
Fireplace boss. Thank you for joining as well. All right, my brother. All right. Blessing to you. All right. Yeah, man. Thank you. Cataract, you're back on screen now, Cataract. Let me just read a few comments while you're organizing. JT, which oval that it no easy, we are talk, brother. Just yeah, man, it's just an oval, brother. Jesus, we can get your best a deck, man. I was about to say that JT, the defenders that Cataract mentioned are more like low than Pinnock. King game is closer. Yeah, King is the kind of Pinnock kind of calm, collective kind of defenders. The kind of defenders you Cataract about is not my kind of defenders. Me hate watching those kind of defenders who just like, I just believe that the game has moved on. But however, the game has set up in a way where you need and one of those defenders that Cataract about. When you look at Liverpool, Van Dijk and Kanate is the dog. We go out there and clean up everything. And then you have the level-headed in Van Dijk who controls the box and just sail the ship. You see me I say? But you need one of those defenders who go out there and get dirty. That's why I see a lot of coaches don't tend to go with two Ethan Pinnock, two calm and collective defenders. They tend to go with one who go puff people chest. He's like he's the aggressor. And then you have the calm collective who can see the game, sit back and clean up when the other defender is operating off emotions or just aggression. Then you clear that up. Cataract, a lot was said there. I don't know. Your camera gone. All right, go on ahead.
Yeah. For a couple.
All right,
so they were up now. Again, be clear. I wish everybody the best. I'm just watching the game as a neutral. I have no dog in the fight, none whatsoever. I am watching the game to see how our JPL players compare to and are able to handle coming up against world-class opposition in various positions, right? And I didn't say King alone not responsible for the clean sheet. But he would have to marshal the backline and take leadership of the backline to see if that backline can hold and even keep the game respectable. In think. I have a goal scorer, I say,
that's a lot of pressure though, based on the quality opponent.
But football is a pressure game.
Mm-hmm.
Football is a pressure game. Commit the man, commit the man.
Yeah.
You understand? So either you're not the man or you are the man. Teams will be watching it from around the world. And I keep saying to people like fishermen, we can live in a little fish bowl and like in a bubble, but what the rest of the world thinks. Right now there are clubs that are Manchester United is scoring the world for even a decent central defender. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Mm-hmm.
Man, you will get them right. I have never heard them say, "Oh, we're looking down at Jamaica, Jamal Topi, and those are not the man. Them go at one place, the Uzbekistan. The defender with them by the other day, and I think Man City. Uzbekistan, who are they nowhere in our rankings, so they look all over the world. And I'm saying to you, we fool ourselves with our raw material at So I want to see how we stack up. Just like how I wanted to see us stack up and we just want
to and get back on camera Cataract. You're making some good points, and you know what I mean? I think it would add some value. So
yeah, man, the ladies them there for a little 50.
Yeah. Then Cataract, hold your point because I want the people.
For a reason, man. So my reason in the background, you go on. So that is my point, and then I'm waiting for you to come to the Jamaica Gold Cup. Come and see you had some other topics that really are interesting. I see Simon is in the chat. Hold on. As a matter of fact, since Simon is here, let me.
Where is Simon? What channel is Simon?
That's the 876 stream Jamaica. You know I go out of that world.
But that's not Simon. 876 stream. That's no, Conrad them channel that, brother. 876
Conrad
stream.
Simon, the whole JFF, whatever. The Mobile versus DC. Mobile versus DC. Harbour View has played DC United many times. Okay, I don't know. That's a
Harbour View has been. Harbour View has been.
Simon that man. If you don't
no,
know.
man, it's not Simon.
It's so many. Simon. That's it.
Okay, all right. This is a cater. Yeah, people. So yeah, I think what I was saying, and I think what most of the people are saying is there's a time where we just put country before personal gripes. You don't have to like Cavaliers. If it was Waterhouse playing, if it's Dumby Holding playing, if it's Mobile United playing, I don't care. For me, Jamaica is going on the big screen. Again, Jamaica have to take any publicity it can get. Marketing is not cheap. Running a commercial on ESPN and Fox is not cheap. And when you can get on Fox and ESPN for free, you're basically putting the whole Jamaican product out there. So I want to say that I wish Cavaliers all the best. And yeah, but Qatar, we already do 2 hours. I think I think
we have some more juggling, man. We have some more juggling.
Okay. No, maybe actually did want to stay up on the Cavaliers, and maybe we take the next point tomorrow.
No,
and we do
a lot of Cavaliers. We have done 2 hours of Cavaliers.
Right. So you want to we just segue into the. Let me see what I had up here on the screen. We'll segue into the Jamaica.
So Jamaica, the Jamaica national team is coming up there. You have Steve McLaren.
Just choose one of those topics. Choose one.
So
choose one.
The national team and Steve McLaren. I would certainly have loved to ask 876 Stream, is the coach on the island or not? And when can we 876 Stream JA? When can we expect to hear the squad? Because right about now, Taylor, the deadline will be coming up for when you have to ask for the release of players.
Okay.
Right.
And remember, if you try to get your press pass early too, bro.
I know. I'm a correspondent on Sports Blem. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Last time they said we waited too late.
I said it in early, but we deal with a whole heap of thing. Yeah, so 876 Stream JA. You can tell us if the coach is on the island.
No, I don't think he's on the island, brother.
876 Stream JA. They're on the island. And when is it that we can look forward to the squad? I know they can't obviously come and tell us who is in the team, but when we can look forward to the squad. And interestingly, Taylor, I think it was last week, Wednesday and Thursday, on TVJ News, Pika clapped back. Pika clapped back.
Oh, I need to hear it.
The head of communications and marketing and whatever from Pika clapped right back. So I would love for you to invite Simon on to answer the clap back. Because she clapped.
Simon is not going to do that, dog.
She clapped right back. Remember they came here and said everything is Pika. And you see where call people name, you think people are going to sit down? She was very coherent, not only about football, but about other sporting bodies and what it is they need to do. There doesn't seem to be an engagement. And I think what I got from her, she said, if they're engaged and they're engaged well ahead of time.
I don't believe Pika still, especially with the Macy Greenwood thing, because I heard from top level JFF sources that the attempts were made, because that's how they found out that something was wrong with one of the documents, and they then told them they have to go back and got this. I have to agree with you though, I cannot say for the other players that the effort was a valiant effort was made for other players, but I can say for the Macy Greenwood, they did make an effort to collaborate with Pika. That's the only player I can verify based on my sources. That's it.
All right. And so she had a lot to say, and I think it'll be interesting to hear the JFF through his press officer, come back and respond. Because it was two
When
nights.
was this on TVJ?
2 nights last week.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
It's a peak response. The general thing about getting your citizenship, and I mean, some of it was like redundant, like saying that you can't get a citizenship before you get a passport. Like some man apply for passport and think passport is citizenship and everything. So there's not the level of guidance coming from the sporting bodies, and it may not be football. It may not only be football, right? Because she wasn't only speaking to football, but she did mention football, right? So there it is. So coming up now for the
St. Vincent, the March window expectations. Local contingent.
I would think that's very unfortunate because I believe we need to keep a settled team. And that settled team needs to play together at every opportunity that they get, that they build that chemistry. And I believe that players who have to play against the tougher opposition should get the opportunity to play against the scrubs and dump them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think a full strong squad. I expect the same local domestic-based players like Richard King, Shaquan Davis, who I have a lot of time for so far. Although I think he needs to be more serious. Sometimes I think him try to entertain the fans, and that's not what a goalkeeper is there to do.
Oh, wow.
A safe pair of hands.
Remember, like my shift people?
Like I shift people and dribble with the ball. And one day it goes spectacularly wrong, right?
Yeah.
But I still think he's in that fight with Connor Boyce Clark for that third spot. And I think it's either, you know, they're operating at. So I could see him playing in League One in England. As a player that I think could easily play in League One in England. I've seen some of those goalkeepers when Leeds was in there, but I watched it when Grant was playing for Swindon Town in League One. They had a couple of rocks goalkeepers. Shaquan Davis could easily be a starting goalkeeper in League One. Big man thing. So I expect those two to be around, to be in the squad. Any other domestic player? I don't know. I don't think Tyreek McGee retains his position.
Maybe Ainsworth from the Trinidad game.
Well, Amari Bell is injured, so yes. I think
and that's I want to say to you, Ketra, that's my reason for, because when you look, for me, as I said, he has a little bit of that Trent Alexander, nothing to do with the skill set. I cannot compare Ainsworth with Trent Alexander. What I'm saying is the way he plays on the front foot. When he's attacking, he looks like a winger. But you can see that he gets caught out of position. But he adds something to the attack from the wing back position in Ainsworth. Don't know if he can do that at a higher level. I cannot say. But that's what I like about him. Because I believe that it's a bit redundant and very dinosauric in the way where wing backs just sit back and you just dare to defend. You see how football is now, Cataract. Wing backs are very integral in play, in build up play and attack. I think we cannot just pick people who just plan and say, okay, me a right back, so me just stay right back here. So me we just lock off the right back side here. I just think that we passed that stage in football. Our left back.
So reading the Oxford Mail, it says Oxford United left back Greg Leigh ruled out with hamstring injuries, and it is saying that he won't be back until after the international window.
Oh crap! So he's definitely out.
Right. Now that was a game against Isaac Hayden's Portsmouth.
How is Isaac Hayden looking? Have you get a chance? I haven't gotten a chance to see him.
Yeah, man, I saw a game because championship games do come on TV here. They come on like near the middle of the night. But you know, I can update. I also think, for example, that this would be a time certainly for Isaac to step up. He has played 10 games so far, which is really remarkable because that means he's not injured.
That's good.
That's good. I mean, you know, we have a touch of woolly piece of wood. You understand what I'm saying? He's starting 73% of the games,
Hmm.
playing 63% of the minutes, which means he's on the field for at least 60 minutes each game.
Okay.
And that augurs well for our CDM position.
That's
You know,
good. That's good. Because we saw where we know that Isaac Hayden does lack ability. We knew that he needed game time, game speed. We saw that he was lacking the game speed due to the lack of competitive games.
yeah. You know, he certainly I can tell you he played 81 minutes against Luton, a shock 1-0 defeat. 84 minutes against Oxford, against QPR. Those were 2 victories. 67 minutes against Cardiff in another victory. So he has basically been playing 80 minutes for the last 4 games. And that's up from like he's been playing, the most he played was 69 minutes before. But what I noticed is that when he's playing big minutes, apart from when they played West Brom and got dumped up 5-1, the team has been winning.
Yeah. I remember that they're surging a bit in the tables because they were looking like they were on the brink of
relegation.
When he came in, they were in relegation.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if, and that's something I'd love to ask him when he comes this time, is his leadership and his Premier League experience, is that showing in the dressing room? So I look forward to Isaac. I look forward to see if he can form a partnership with John Russell. That's a player who I think ought now to be in
Who is Kyle Duncan, Cataract? Somebody in the comment, because I first made a name there.
I don't know.
I am so special. We don't know who name Kyle Duncan, you know.
I don't know.
You have to provide some more detail. Check that upon your net, the Cataract. I look at the net of fire today. Kyle Duncan. God, brother, I know I'm so special, and everybody with Jamaican.
It's Kyle Duncan's American soccer player. Play for Red Bulls.
Red Bulls. What position in play? He's
It's
a Red Bull right back. Listen, I welcome Kyle Duncan getting a passport. I have no problem, brother. Everybody out there, I want to say this. Anybody out there, we are Jamaican, we play right back, just get your passport. Cause we don't, it seems like we can't find a right back. You know, we just getting a passport.
I don't trust these MLS, right?
MLS players get a rock. I don't trust them.
We were talking about Trevor Gray and Devon Porter. Oh my God. If talk of me years about Trevor Gray. Right? For me, let me tell you, I am looking for elite or world-class or Premier League level players. You know, 3 different levels, but certainly elite. Elite is below world-class, right? Mm-hmm. If you're not Dead Spencer, Kyle Walker-Peters, or Max Aarons, I don't really want to hear about it. Big brawling thing, I tell you. Dujon Sterling, I hope he's got this passport by now. That would be a big coup. Owen says Lewis Baker will partner Hayden. Well, that is massive, but I mean Lewis Baker. Everybody knows I respect Lewis Baker. You know. Yeah, I saw the pin. I don't. You see, for me, Taylor, when I talk about aggressive recruitment, and I know some man are going to say, boy, Cataract, blah, everything got England good. For me, the GenSec or the president should have fly reach at Tottenham. Should I fly at Tottenham? Go take out Dead Spence to lunch the next day.
Dead Spence, yeah. I meant to do a video on that. I don't know what's happening there because we see he did an interview where he had the Jamaican pin.
But Jamaica I want to say this to you. Remember, some Morgan Gibbs White have one Jamaica flag, a Jamaica map tattoo.
You can't trust them, brother. There. No, come. We can't trust them, brother. There.
No, man. No, I never said anything about issues. That's why I was never. rate Max Aaron. I rate Max Aaron. You say it again? I rate Max Aaron. Okay. I am not a fan of Dead Spence. I rate Max Aaron and I rate Kyle Walker. Those are the two right backs who I rate. I don't think Dead Spence has a body of Premier League workers yet to match up to Walker Peters or Max Aaron. Those guys have, I think, let me just start. Don't know, but I can tell you how much games Max Aaron has played in the Premier League. Right?
Yeah, I did a little research on Jet Spence. I need to do a video on him. I wanted to add him to the show, but I think the schedule was loaded. Because I see that somebody from England, actually, it was somebody from London who sent it to me like, yo, JT, look at this. Jet Spence was on TV today and he was with the Jamaican pin, so I don't know.
Yeah, it created it. I hope it's a case like when Mason Greenwood would go to training in a Jamaica shirt. And then it turned out that there was actual genuine interest. So Max Aaron has played 93 Premier League games.
Okay, that's a lot.
93.
That's a lot of experience in the top
lot
flight.
of experience. And that's not just about starting, right? He'd been a starter for most of those 93 games. Jed Spence, I think Jed Spence played about 10 or 12. Let me get Premier League games. So it's not I don't know something where, you know what I mean? The one that he first played in the Premier League, Max Aaron's first played in the Premier League in 2019 versus Liverpool. 2019, right? September 2019. And beer 90 minutes, 132, 90, 79. All right, he played 4 minutes here so against Everton in a 23. Then he had the injuries, then he come back. And it was really when he went to Bournemouth that he stopped playing 90 minutes in the Premier League. Really and truly. Because at Norwich, he was a starter. So I don't, for me, Dead Spence just doesn't have the body of work for me to take him
serious.
Right. He has to show me more. I don't run down name, not because you know, I don't run down name. Right, but he has age on his side. He has what, 14 appearances. You have to know where you are the bad man. You understand? But Kyle Walker, I mean, we do have an issue at right back and at left back. Right? We do have an issue at right back and left back. So
I still think we can add a more balanced left back as well if they were there. I don't know the left back market. I still would want a little bit more.
So I can tell you
from the wing back position. I saw Tyreek Mitchell the other day. Who was he playing against? Who did Crystal Palace? They Aston Villa, and he looked disciplined. He looked very disciplined.
Tyreek Mitchell is an elite left back.
Yeah, he was very disciplined in that Aston Villa game.
Right, at one point, I think in the 2002 year, 2002-2003, 2022-2023 season, he had the most tackles in the league as a defender, most successful tackles. Outside of Tyreek Mitchell, I'm not a fan of him, but I'm not going to shut him down. Rico Henry at Brentford.
Here's a comment for you, Cataract.
Yeah, man, I got answer him. Big up the answer it, man, them, but you know, so me not too much of an answer it, man, you know. Jamaican Englishman, me a Cataract from the Johnson crew, yeah? Me a Johnson crew, man. Me not answer it, man.
Victor,
if I go, hold on, but why you post back Jamaican Englishman comment when you hear my comment? There's a Johnson crew, man, here. There's a Johnny's. Move with the Johnny's, yeah?
Cygnus Media say I rate Jed Spence. I rate Jed from that one game. I don't need to know more. I don't need no more body of work personally, he said.
Who said if I watch Jed Spence?
Jed Spence is a good left back, Cataract. Somebody say, where you talk about? You
As
are
I said,
watching
he doesn't
play?
have a body of. I mean, I'm watching. I know when I watch Jed Spence. I support Leeds United. I know Jed Spence and Jed Spence. They are Middlesbrough down and a whole bench because of the player who plays for Guyana, Isaiah Jones. Right? Isaiah Jones was the right back of choice. Jed Spence came on and played a game in the FA Cup. You know, like how they bring on the substitute never played in FA Cup. Yeah. And he made his name against Arsenal. Don't come and tell me about Jed Spence. Una just come know about Jed Spence. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm saying to you, not my cup of tea, but I'm willing to sit down and look at him for the season and see how he puts together a season of game. But you can't tell me a man will play 14 Premier League game. You're going to match him up against a man like Max Aarons will have 93 Premier League game.
Tycoon says Spence 3 man of the match in 1 month, plus in every best 11 worldwide for past 2 months.
And I'm saying you have to put together a body of work, Batman. You know what man of the match Kyle Walker-Peters have? Don't do that. Don't do that. Someone just get shiny girl and then let them see a new girl. No, man.
Cataract, as a Midlands lad, you would know Cameron Eubank and Cuba Mitchell.
Them are Birmingham City players. Birmingham City players. Them.
Cataract, which game you watch says JB's gaming?
Wait, which game I'm watching? I watched Jed Spence playing for Middlesbrough against Leeds. I've followed Jed Spence. Don't come and tell me about Jed Spence. I'm just saying to you, we have a player that's played 14 Premier League games. Max Aarons has played 93. 93 versus 14. And I'm looking for to tell you how much hold on there. Hold on. Let me tell you about Walker-Peters. Let's go easy, man. And furthermore, we're talking about right back. Walker-Peters has played 140 Premier League games. 140. 11,644 minutes versus a man will play 800 minutes. Make it make sense to me. He has to come and he has to show me some more and more things.
Cygnus Media say he's better than everyone that has played right back for Jamaica for the past 6 to 7 years. It doesn't matter how he compares with Max. Take Max too if he's available.
I'm taking everybody. Give me everybody. But I'm saying everybody can't be picked. I'm just being analytical. Kyle Walker-Peters has 11,000 minutes. I think Max Aarons have like 8,000 minutes. And this brother have 800. He might get 1,000 minutes of Premier League football yet. So allow the kid to grow and think, and we are watching him. And if he move forward now, yes. And is he better than Dexter Lembekisi? Yes, by far. But I got a lot of time for Dexter Lembekisi, and Dexter Lembekisi wasn't my choice. Devon Porter was the man who spotted him out. You understand? But somebody was saying about Jed Spence.
Jed Spence is a right.
Jed Spence is a right back playing left back.
Yeah, him fast, love to go forward and whatever.
Yes, game, and I'm very picky because it's elite players I'm looking for. Unlike people who tell me say everybody who play at England can play for Reggae Boyz, I don't think so. Right? But I think in terms of right back, in those 3 youngsters, along with Dujan Sterling, we would have a good depth chart of right back. And
Dujan Sterling is really the player we want to see because I saw him. To be honest, I just saw him in a preseason game against Manchester United, and he was robust. Cataract, him look.
He's robust. He's a
strong player. Like him is a strong player who can hold.
He's not as fast as Max Aarons, or he's not as fast as Jed Spence. But again, an upgrade. He's certainly better than Robinho Gordon. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, Robinho
so
Gordon.
If Robinho Gordon is Cafu, If they are Kafu, then we don't know. Them man, they are Kung Fu. You understand?
Wow. Yeah. So Cataract, before
Well,
we getting up to the,
Travis, we're getting up to the mark where I forgot. So why would you say Max Aaron's can go wait upon England? I don't.
We have 18 more minutes, and I want to ask you a few questions.
Go ahead, shoot.
What are your expectations from Coach McLaren as far as recruiting is concerned? It seems like things have kind of stalled out.
I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I certainly thought he would have brought the Mason Greenwood thing over the line.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought that a youngster left back like Sam Murray, a young left back like Sam Murray would have come into the picture. So I believe him to have scooped up the Manu eligible players. Mm-hmm. You know, the players that Manu were eligible. I thought he would be able to walk them into committing to Jamaica. Certainly from the Premier League, players who he has encountered, because a player like Tyreek Mitchell, Manu has been sniffing around Tyreek Mitchell ever since the days of Wan-Bissaka. But they ended up taking the Wan-Bissaka as the right back because, you know, they had Luke Shaw. And so Crystal Palace wouldn't sell both left back and right back.
No,
right?
Suicidal.
So they went for Wan-Bissaka. Decent, very good defender. I think he's now mulling over playing for the Democratic Republic of Congo, realizing that he'll never play for England.
Coach McLaren.
I would have thought at least 3. Big Isaac Hayden, he walked over the line, but Isaac was long time coming. Enough we can say that now because enough people did accost the man and Ray, but people like Porter, myself, and it's a long time we have a relationship with, you know, a friendship. And through the dark days when it looked like him would never play football again because the knee injured him come back, him breakdown in a rehab, breakdown in a training, you know. But I thank God to see him playing 10 games on the trot, you know. Thank God, you know. Praise be to Jah. Praise be to the Most High, you know. And I look forward to see him against St. Vincent because I really want to see. I want to see.
Who is that?
Isaac Hayden. So
I want to see. I would love to see Jonathan Russell against St. Vincent as well.
I would. I think he will do well. He represented well when he was at the Gold Cup. I saw him in the flesh, in the living colors. That have time for the youth. But I'm saying there are some low-hanging fruit which I think could have been brought to the fore, like a Ben Godfrey. I mean, I know he brought in what do you name again now?
Mason Holgate.
Right? What we call wrong Mason. You know what I mean?
Mason Colgate.
No, I forgive my name, man. If I Colgate or Mason, when I rock Mason, the right Mason. But he came in. Let's see where his career goes internationally. But I certainly think a low-hanging fruit like Ben Godfrey, Cameron Archer. I expected him to have been able to convince Omari Hutchinson and Bailey Kanamati, players who have their Jamaican passports already. I mean, with his level of his stature is different from that.
That's what I'm disappointed about. That's what I'm really disappointed about. I really expected a little bit more aggression, as far as the recruitment is concerned from Steve McLaren. I think he's been a bit lackadaisic in that area. But I already have my questions written down for Steve McLaren in March.
Okay.
I already have my questions written down for him, and it's not gonna be nice questions. You know, I need a few things I need to hear from him because he's acting like Sleepy Joe. He's a little bit like Joe Biden in a way. He tends to look like he falls asleep on the job.
I want to tell you what I think. I believe he came in with full gusto. My belief. And the JFF put the stop up on him.
He took the wind out of his sails.
Because the Steve McLaren BC come the other day, the Steve McLaren when they come in there first.
He looks jaded. He looks
different. It's a different umbre attack. You understand? A different bad attack. I tell about 5 player out of a draw with Trinidad. I wonder what is. I want to go there, so.
So then give him some grabber.
That's a bushweed, bro.
I think him McLaren some tough grabber down there.
Some bushry dog. So I don't know. But I mean, he'll have to get good results against St. Vincent. Otherwise, a segment of the fan base is going to start turning against him.
Yeah, something needs to give.
Because Halgrimson used to dispatch these Caribbean sides.
Yeah.
I mean, except when we did go against the Spice Boys and never did do too good. That's all. Right? So, yeah, I heard the Jacob Murphy of Nigeria, but Nigeria will keep coming. They're in a bit of a pickle now. They're not doing well in their qualifying zone. I think they're in a zone with South Africa and Kenya, if my memory serves me correct.
Dangerous, because that's two, especially Kenya has been improving as well.
Improving, and South Africa has always been a mainstay in sub-Saharan football. Ghana, Senegal, Democratic Republic of Congo, Cameroon, South Africa. Those were some of the big names, eh?
Yep.
So I really, and then I want to see whether he will bring through some of the younger players. I would like to see, for example, a Brandon Cover in this team.
Yeah. Every time I hear Brandon Cover's name, I'm wondering if Steve McLaren actually knows him or have him on the radar.
Well, he represented Jamaica at under 21 level, so
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I think one of the things that we get carried away with is I believe that sometimes we know more about the players than some of these coaches. It's not. I'm not trying to be egotistical, people. I just feel like sometimes we know because we're on it.
You know what I was thinking the other day? I look at players who had really given their all on the battlefield for Jamaica, meaning they died, they left their sword on the field. I think we should have in England under 23, under 21, we'll call under 20, under 17 and under 15. Pool of players, just like how we had the under 17s that were based in America. Remember those?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe you can look at someone like Naira Noseworthy. Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Who was Adrian Mariappa's partner who ruptured his Achilles.
That's the last time Jamaica had one of the best defensive core.
In Mexico?
Yeah. I remember, guys, I was sitting in the stadium that night where he got injured versus Panama. I was in the stadium. He got injured that night, and everybody felt like, whoa, we're dead now. Fabian, what the brother name? Taylor.
Taylor.
It's not Fabian Taylor, man.
Fabian Taylor was playing up front.
No, another Taylor. It was the Taylor who was playing centre back.
Because kind of chubby one.
Chubby, yeah, he was
Portland.
playing
from Portland.
Yeah.
I wish Taylor that Chester. Him come from Portland, man. I think he did play that MLS too.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, man. He win the MLS a few times.
Yeah, man. He was in the MLS, man.
Yeah. And
they're cousins. And he was a partner with thing there.
Jeremy and Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy and Taylor. Yeah, I remember that night in the stadium.
The back street. And Mariappa maps. It was the. I believe him. Kevin Stewart. You know.
Dr. Glass.
Who else has played for Jamaican out now through injury? Like Bibi Gardner, I would give one of the teams. Who else? Marcus Gale. He's not in coaching. And somebody else came to mind the other day. Oh, my boy, that was a captain of Reading, former captain of Reading, Liam Moore.
Yes. I think his career is.
And Kemar Roof. Is Kemar Roof back in the team? But you can give those.
I think Kemar Roof is going to the championship. No, or something. The last time I read something about Kemar Roof, he was heading to some club in the championship, I think.
Let me look up the news on Kemar Roof. But even if he doesn't, so in the short term, Derby County. Oh. He signed for Derby County.
Derby County, see? I remember I read something about him going back to the championship. I couldn't nail down the name of the club. And Derby started the championship season very well, but I think they slipped. I think they probably is in relegation.
They're in relegation.
They're in relegation now, I think. Derby County.
Derby County. BBC
But
Sports.
Cataract, let's heat up the machine again.
8 minutes. What else? Shoot again.
8 minutes. Yeah, brother, I'm tired, you know, man.
8 minutes. See out the 90 minutes. Don't be like Jamaica and give up a goal.
We need a substitute right now, brother.
What the Brexit where you used to tell me about Liam Bailey? Liam Bailey brief washer. What's his name again now? Well, it's a company show every show. Liam Bailey bodyguard.
Flavor Max?
Flavor Max. I don't see him.
Yeah, Flavor. We have heard, I think, because a lot of people drop off of the bus when you see when December. You remember when we take a huge Christmas break coming back in because Jamaica has to really play a real
level competitive game from Flavor Max in like thing because this season I think Bailey again. I was looking at the Aston Villa game versus Club Brugge today, and they seem to have
moved on.
You know, he scored today, right? But he scored today. So,
but he's sliding in the pecking order, I think.
Right, because Marcus Rashford, Marco Asensio, you know what I mean?
Slide in the pecking order. Jesus Christ. Cataract, we have to just end it. We have to end it, Cataract.
We have to end it?
Yeah, man.
All right, so people.
We'll be back. We'll rev it up closer to when we get closer to the press conference and football because, you know, there's... Wanted to I think we probably do another show this week though. Want to talk about Shamar Nichols as well. We have been having some assists. Look like he has found some farm down there in Mexico. Want to touch on that a little bit. And also that whole Liam Bailey, we probably went over. We'll probably go over that a little bit more. So people, really appreciate you guys.
5 games, 1 goal, 3 assists, 1 yellow card for Shamar. Playing for what was that? Is that like a team, you know? A big team, you know.
Yeah, man. One of them big teams
on the border.
Yo, Shamar Nichols salty, man.
Yeah,
when the man reach a Russia, the war start. As him reach a Mexico, Donald Trump drop tariff.
but that's that's a progressive start to it, you know what I mean? But as Taylor said, I'm tired. I was there. So people, if you're there, Jamaica. 96 Hope Road, Kingston 6. 96 Hope Road, Kingston 6. Cataract Sound in the building. Taco Tuesdays, Club Querico. Come see the nice, sexy Cuban girl. Las Mujeres Cubana. Las Senoritas. Yeah, for the man who never get a little Spanish tun. Yeah, come try out for them. But learn for Spanish. You know, like say buenos noches, you know. Como está usted? Sugata. You have to know, for the man who have the international gallus, them 96 Hope Road, nice spot, you know what I mean? Club downstairs, bar upstairs, Cataract Sound control, everything. We play the whole thing for the man who really want to know Cataract. We're gonna run Robin selector. We're gonna play a 9-night and then something there. Yeah, man, you know what I mean? Latin flavor fusion mixed with dancehall. Taco Tuesday, $1,000 taco, 96 Hope Road. All right. Big up Tapper with more.
All right.
I'll lead the team.
Look for more people. Best up on yourself. All right.